What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV. Hello, everybody. Welcome back again. Good afternoon, good evening to everyone out there. Welcome back to Football Minutes Live, brought to you by Blueclouds Media. Your host for the show is Nate Zion and Stephen G. And today we got a lot we have for you on the show. Today there's a lot to talk about. Trying to get my home, the whole main screen on the screen so you guys can see me out. Chelsea targeting replacement Amorim and also De Zerbi lineup as Mauricio Pochettino's exit. Also, we'll be looking at some criticism coming from Peter Cech, Chelsea legend, one of the best decorated goalkeepers of the Premier League history. We'll be looking at his criticism to one of the best coaches, also man like Carlo Ancelotti. So yeah, we'll be looking at De Zerbi, Amorim's the profile, and see who really deserve to be at Chelsea Football Club. And also we'll be looking at fan reaction, discuss your view on those two managers and what you guys can take. Which one do you prefer to be at the football club? And also Rafael Leao, you guys know Rafael Leao, one of the sensational young talented players in European football, as of now who plays for AC Milan. Chelsea has some good relationship with AC Milan. We have lots of players going into that direction. And when you talk about lots of players going into that direction, you could talk about Ruben Loftus-Cheek, you could talk about Christian Pulisic, also Olivier Giroud, one of them who has won the Europa Cup with us and won so many cup also with Chelsea. We can talk about the
Fikayo Tomori.
Fikayo Tomori also. Fikayo Tomori is also one of them. So yeah, there's a good relationship between AC Milan and at this moment also Chelsea are looking into Filippo Inzaghi. We did talk about Inzaghi yesterday, but today we're not going to talk about Inzaghi. It's all on Robert, De Zerbi and Ruben Amorim. Amorim are the players, are the people we'll be talking about, and also Rafael Leao, and also Carlo Ancelotti. Peter check on Ancelotti's comment and criticizing him, Carlo Ancelotti, on the way they were training at the time of when he was there at Chelsea Football Club. So this is what we got for you, and today I'm gonna get on top of the comments as they come in. Yesterday I missed a whole lot of them because it was too much for me to handle, but I try and make sure I keep up with the comments today. I'm being joined here by my main man Steven, who is my bass vocalist. So when I get the tune wrong, he backed me up with it. So guys, stay in. We got a lot for you today. I know you guys will be excited and happy to hear to be part of the show. So send your comments in and send your questions in as the show goes on. We'll be right back in just a second. Welcome back again, folks. Welcome back to the Football Minutes Live, brought to you by Blueclouds Media. And the crazy guys are back on the screen again. Steven and we will take you guys through the next an hour and a half of live streaming, depending on how long it takes us. I'm not sure Steven will stay for more than an hour. But if you can, you've been here for more than an hour before. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. And if there are so many rumors surrounding the future of Mauricio Pochettino, but to me, I don't fancy any manager leaving the football club to now. I want Mauricio Pochettino to be there. Even things doesn't go well, I still want the gaffer to be there even next season, because I want to see a longevity of a manager that can be at the football club for at least 2 to 3 seasons and see if the model, would I say model, the idea of the culture that we used to have in the past can change, and having a manager for 3 years, if that can really work. So that is the topic that we have for you, Steven. Ruben Amorim, Roberto De Zerbi, Filippo Inzaghi. Also, I'll put Jose Mourinho also in the mix, since we're not talking about Jose today, but then I'll also put him in the mix. These are high-profile managers. Young managers who haven't done it on the highest level are also in the. Filippo Inzaghi, good player in his days, good manager, being on top of the Syria. Is it Syria R or Syria A? Is it Syria A?
Syria, I think.
Syria R, yeah, Syria R, which is the Italian league, being on top, seen in the Champions League final yesterday, but couldn't make it. Manchester City.
Did you just say Champions League final yesterday?
Last season. Sorry, I mean last season. I say yesterday.
I didn't know if I was hearing that correct for a second then.
Champions League finals last season, but then it couldn't work for him. But then he has been in control. Milan has been in control in the Serie A. I almost said Bundesliga again. I mean, I need to go back to bed. But anyway, guys, we're back again. Steven, look at his
Mm-hmm.
profile. Let's start from Roberto De Zerbi. So far,
Mm-hmm.
what he's done with Brighton Football Club in the Premier League, does it deserve it? Does it deserve a shot at Chelsea Football Club? And would you prioritize a man if, you know, our wishes did not go the way we wanted it and De Zerbi has to come in? What's your thoughts on that?
I personally don't want De Zerbi. I'll say that from the outset. I personally don't want Chelsea to get De Zerbi. Um, honestly, I think part of my issue with it is I feel like it takes a long time to implement his style, which no problem with that. I expect it to take time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like they kind of get figured out quite easily. I feel like he's quite stubborn in his approach in terms of I feel like he goes into games and sets up the same every game in terms of how they play. I don't think he changes it much from what I see of it. Um and for me that's a problem because if he's already been found out and he's going to join, say he joins Chelsea, and teams of managers have already sort of figured out how to play his sort of teams. Maybe it's different because the quality of players and it ends up working, right? But for me, I feel like they've been found out and it would be a risk. Um, but yeah, I don't know about you, but for me, it's a risk. And also, can't be asked with giving Brighton any more money on top of the fact that I don't want De Zerbi anyway.
You know, De Zerbi, you know, creates a lot of talking points in the Premier League. What I think about De Zerbi last season, De Zerbi was spot on, and I feel like De Zerbi have sold lot of players that were integral part of his team last season. The Caicedos, the maybe Mark Cucurella could be one of them. When
Cucurella,
Cucurella was under
he never played
Potter.
under De Zerbi.
Okay, so I'll say maybe because of
He
selling.
joined us before.
Yeah, they're selling lots of players. Lots of young players have also come in. That could be one of the reasons why his team is not clicking. Also, we have to remember it is Brighton Football Club. This team is not used to playing in Europe, so bringing in young players, just like Chelsea is going through right now. People don't see it, but Brighton are going through the same problem. Very very young players coming together. Even Ferguson, another young players. He went on the run. He had a very very spell, the good form within the short period of time. All of a sudden, we don't see him anymore. I don't know what is going on with Evans Ferguson. We don't see him playing, and it looks like the guy is gone. If there is internal issues, Brighton need to put out there so people know. Because this guy, when I see him on the ball, I see him to be a baller. He's a good player, young player. Look at his age, and I think that he has a lot of room to improve. But looking at De Zerbi himself as a manager, I think he's a good manager out there. But then he's struggling this season because he's playing in so many competitions with Brighton. Don't have enough material, enough quality of players to be able to play in Europe, Europa League, play in the Premier League in the highest level, which you're competing against Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester City, Manchester United. All these top teams are there. You know, Tottenham Hotspur are also there. So it's very very challenging for a team or a club like Brighton to be able to get that consistency. So I think that the Europe playing in Europe hasn't helped Brighton Football Club. But I think I always still see there's a good manager in there that you can get from what's his name, Roberto De Zerbi. Also, he could be the guy that can unlock all those potentials that we are trying to get from our young players. Modric, we know he's played with Modric before. He's worked with Modric before, so he can get a tune out of Modric. What's your thoughts on that, Steven?
Yeah, I was saying this to people. That's one of the positives I see is that he's coached Mudrick, he's coached
Yeah.
Colwell, he's coached um Cucurella, who I think might end up getting sold in the summer. So let's just pretend I didn't say him. And who else? Colwell. Oh, Caicedo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Colwell, Caicedo,
Let's say though.
Mudryk have all played under him, and Cucurella has, but I think Cucurella ends up getting sold. So, yeah, that's my
All right.
thoughts
So
on Cucurella in there as well.
that's our thoughts on Roberto De Zerbi. We outlining the potentials and looking at the strength and tactical wise the way they play. Steven said that Roberto De Zerbi has been found out. That is why he's not putting up his best this season. But yeah, every manager gets to find it. Managers work on their tactics and the way they play and try to stop them, and by winning games. But it is true. Maybe De Zerbi has been found out. The big up to Maya. Maya, if you look at the side, you are a moderator right now. You can control other moderators also. So Maya, you deserve this. You deserve it. Thank you very much for all you've done for the channel since you joined us. You joined this platform, Maya. Great person. Maya said a big up, Nian Steven, proper Chels, absolutely. Big up to like Gulam Mustafa. Big up to everyone in the channel. Maya said, I just heard about Ancelotti situation. Absolutely, yes, it's something that we'll be talking about. Ancelotti and Peter Cech. Peter Cech was on John Obi Mikel, and he makes some statements there where I think they deserve for it needs some attention on our platform as
I know one
we
of the
talk.
ones that he said. I know that. So he was on Sky Sports.
Steven, we'll come there.
No, but
Don't
all I'm
throw,
saying is
don't
he
let
was
things
on
out of the
Sky
basket right
Sports a
now.
couple of weeks ago, and I know
Okay.
he's repeated one of the things he said on there on the podcast as well.
All right, Maya said, I think bringing De Zerbi will slow us down a bit further, but I'll give him a chance. He will give him a chance. He will give him a
I
chance.
don't want
De
him,
Zerbi,
but I'll always try and back a manager as much as possible whilst they're here. Until it gets to a point like it has now with Poch, where I think there's no going back. I can't back Poch anymore because I think it's a point where it's gone too far. But I'll
Steven,
always try and back a manager from day one
we'll come to
because
Poch
at
in
the
a
end of
way.
the day, club come first.
Definitely. De Zerbi made Cucurella and Caicedo. He's good at developing young players from Maya. Maya said that those who are watching too, please let get 30 likes. Let's try and get 30. Yesterday, if we have a vote over 20 votes and we had only 10 or 11 likes, I don't know why some of us join the show, but then we vote and then we don't end up putting a like on the video. Don't you guys feel that I'm doing a very, very good job and hard work over here that you need to support me by only a like? I'm not asking you to send me $1. No, I'm not asking that. Just drop a like on the video to help the channel, travel to distance. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm asking for. So I hope that we can do that. Gulam Mustafa said, how many trophies have De Zerbi won? To be honest with you, I don't think he's won anything. But he's a young, up and coming young manager, which has a lot of passion from the job that he does. But yeah, Steven, we talk about De Zerbi. We also talk about Mauricio Pochettino. You said as far as it goes, you can't support him anymore. When you say as far, what are you really saying? I mean, what are you really talking about? As far as it's gone now, is it in terms of not winning games or in terms of the toxic nature of the fan base?
What with Poch?
Yeah, Mauricio Pochettino.
I think definitely it's partially down to results to an extent. I feel like some games we've not been set up right, and that's caused us to drop points that we shouldn't be dropping. Of course, some of that is part of the players being young and you're going to get in experience, right? But I feel like he could have done better to support us by putting us in a better setup, in my opinion. But also, as I've said in our group chat we have, it's the fact that it's become so toxic now that there's no turning back. There's no way these directors and these owners can keep Pochettino as the Chelsea manager next season. Yeah, I don't think they will. I think it's just a case of, whilst he's our manager, we go put PR out to support him, yeah? Remember, as far as I'm aware anyway, up even on the day that we sacked Graham Potter, there was even on the day that we sacked him in that morning, there was all this talk about, oh, he's safe, his job's not at risk, and then he got sacked that day. Yeah? I genuinely believe he's sacked in the summer. Okay, maybe not sacked, maybe it's a mutual parting, as they'll word it, yeah?
Yeah.
That, or I think he walked. But I think it'd be a mutual parting, right? Because when it gets to a point, look, he never had the connection with the fans. We know this. He didn't really go over to the fans, didn't really celebrate, show much passion. There's a connection with Spurs, which I think put a lot of doubt in a lot of fans' minds about how he would be at Chelsea, which, my opinion, that's completely wrong attitude to have. Oh, he was a Tottenham manager, so this, that, and the other. I don't believe all that rubbish, yeah? But I think in some fans' mind, there was the thing of him being Tottenham, and it didn't sit right with them. But when you got your away fans, bear in mind, our away support are very good, yeah? Very good, very loud, very proud away support we have, yeah? When you've got them chanting F the manager, yeah? Saying his name, yeah? And you've got them chanting the C word about one of the owners, who's not even the majority owner. Let's just re-emphasize the fact it's not even about the majority owner. It was about Bowley, not Egbali or Feliciano. But when you got them being negative about them, both the owner and one of the owners and the manager, whilst also chanting for Jose Mourinho and the former owner, Roman Abramovich, you know it's at a point where you can't stick this out. At this point, you keep him till the end of the season unless it gets absolutely impossible to get into Europe, because there's no point getting an interim for 10, 11 games. I think it's 11 games plus, obviously, the FA Cup, I think.
Right.
So, say minimum 12 games, let's say, yeah? No point getting an interim for that, which won't happen anyway because we play on the weekend and he's not been sacked yet. So he'll still be here for at least one more game. But I think he's here till the summer. There's no point changing it, getting an interim. So I think he walks in the summer. And we're seeing Amorim and De Zerbi as the main two names. I've seen Ben Jacobs has said Xabi Alonso, but I think Alonso's going to go Bayern Munich. If he don't go Bayern Munich, he'll go Liverpool. That is my personal opinion. And I think that's a lot of people's opinion as well. I think the majority of people have that same opinion of it's Bayern Munich or Liverpool for Xabi Alonso. So his name's been linked with us by Ben Jacobs. I think that was today, maybe a couple hours ago. But I don't believe that one for a second. I think that's an interest thing, which you'd always expect interest with how he's got his Leverkusen team playing. But yeah, I think that's the thing for me, is the fact that you've got the fans chanting F the manager, owner A is a C word and all that. Like, it's not possible to keep him. It's gone. It's finished. He's got no hope.
I mean, I agree. I agree with you, Stephen G. Maya said De Zerbi can win the Carabao Cup. He's very, very sure of that. The problem is that Mauricio Pochettino couldn't produce a result with easy games. Easy games. I mean, there's no easy game in the Premier League, Maya. There's no easy game in the Premier League. You're talking about smaller teams, yeah, but there's no easy game. There are smaller teams, but there's no easy game. He said in the summer they will let him go if he finished the campaign with our FA Cup.
He'll go regardless.
He'll go regardless. He's not going to win the FA Cup.
In my opinion, I should say.
I mean, he's not going to, Pochettino is not going to win FA Cup. If Poch could not win Carabao Cup against, a development team, experience mixed with development team, lots of development team from Liverpool, there's no way he's going to win the FA Cup, bro. We're dreaming. It's a dream. I have so much hopes. I have so much hopes. I have so much hopes that, with the injury list of Liverpool, Chelsea can pull up a win against, Liverpool. Yeah, Chelsea can win that. and it looks like there was no ambition. We played very well, but then we're just playing football. We ran around like headless chicken without any objects, any objectivity ideas of what we're trying to do running around the pitch. What are we doing? Are we just stopping the balls from going to our back of the net, or are we trying to execute? I mean, kill the game, score goals, and then go back home with a trophy. We couldn't establish any of these positivities. It was all negative, negative. You get what I'm saying? If Poch couldn't win that with all these young talented players, there's no way Poch can win the FA Cup. It won't happen. It won't happen. So if you're dreaming of FA Cup, Maya, please forget about it. It's not gonna happen.
It could
Steven, I
happen, but
think
I think he's sacked anyway.
you're saying even if we win the FA Cup, he's gonna get sacked.
Yeah.
I mean, I was
Or
gonna
like I
give
said
Poch.
before, mutual parting, let's say.
Yeah, it's the same thing, trying to make it look nice. But Steven, to me, I was thinking I was gonna give Mauricio Pochettino another chance if he wins the Carabao Cup. So I will not change my mind if he goes on and win the FA Cup. I knew he was not going to be able to win the FA Cup, but if he gets that close and reaches to the finals again, he's made 2 finals in his first season. The only thing with Mauricio Pochettino is how to win those finals is what he doesn't know. So if he wins the final, I will give him another chance next season. Take the team again. You've had the team one season, and if you keep messing up within the first 1 month, sack him from the football club. Keep your eye on another manager, and then bring him in because he's had 2 seasons and he doesn't have any excuse. And I wouldn't give him any excuse. There's not going to be an excuse coming from me that okay he still deserves time. He doesn't need any more time because proud to that, he's probably had preseason. He's had the whole season and then preseason and start another season, and he's still bottling it. 1 month in the new season, and he can't get the team going. Then he needs to be sacked. That's the way I see it. You know. So Maya said in the summer they will let him go if he finished the campaign without an FA Cup. Maya said that they will let him stay if he wins the FA Cup. That's European competition. That's what I'm saying. Even is it Igal? Is it Igal? It's still
1
backing him.
second, I'll look.
Is that Igal? I think Igal is doing that.
Egg
Probably
bar.
that
I
guy's
think he
from
means
Arsenal.
egg barley.
Oh, Egbali. Okay, Egbal. Okay, Egbal. Egbal is still backing him at this moment.
Is
Big
embedded
up,
egg
big up,
barley,
big
one
up
of the Philip
KOC. Big
guys.
up to you too, KOC. We've discussed Roberto De Zerbi. We've talked about Mauricio Pochettino. Now we're gonna move on to Steven Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim is the guy
Mm-hmm.
we will be talking about next. So, guys, if you're here with us, do not forget to like the stream, subscribe to Blueclouds Media YouTube channel, and your man, the crazy guys are here, me and then Stephen G, and we're here to give you much of analysis and what we think of today's Chelsea's latest news and some news in the Premier League. So yeah, we'll also be talking about if you're interested in the women football, why not? I have some interesting news going on in Europe that they're trying to talk about how to shape the women game, how to shape the women game in terms of their outfit. They don't produce much of women boots, soccer boots or soccer clips. They don't produce a lot of them. It's all more of the women. The women have been wearing the men's because the women's body is a bit shaped different than the men. But
Oh,
who
we
is
had a
responsible?
conversation about this off stream before. I remember now.
Yeah, who is really responsible to get those outfits ready? Is it the FA or is it the sponsors? I don't think it's the sponsors. To me, I think the FA has to come out, and signs also have to come out in the way their legs are shaped, so they can start modifying football boots and stuff like that for our young ladies who are interested in running and doing. There's so many things. This is a very very lucrative sport for these women. There's so many things, stupid things out there. So if these women are interested in refereeing, are interested in assistant refereeing, in boxing and playing soccer, I'm all into it because women don't have too much. They don't have a whole lot of stuff out there that really benefit them. It's more for the men. So I'll love it if they can improve the women's game. It's getting better. It's getting better. If you watch Arsenal and Manchester United games, it's getting sold out. Tickets are getting, being sold out. So we have to, invest more into the women's game. So, guys, we're here on the platform. Join us here as we discuss more football news on this platform. And do not go anywhere. We'll be right back in a second. Welcome back again, live. Football Minutes Live, brought to you by Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. Neil Zion is here with a man like Stephen G, and we're discussing one of the most entertaining and top news in association football. We've talked about who will be the next as Chelsea targeting replacement Amorim and De Zerbi as they've been lined up for the exit looms for Mauricio Pochettino. So we'll be looking at these managers, looking at their profile and what they have achieved in world football so far. Who really deserve to be in that managerial seat for Chelsea next season? Which of these profile managers will really have that experience to fit in that seat? That's what we're looking at. So send your comments and send your questions in the comments section below, as like Stephen G and I take you guys through the next hour of live streaming. So, Stephen, now the next guy we're going to talk about is no one else but, his name already, Stephen. Amorim. I was told yesterday, DJ told me he won the, Portuguese league last season. This season, he's looking forward to win this.
I think he won it Portuguese back to back. I think he won it the last 2 seasons, and they're currently top of the league now as well.
Right. So, do you think he deserves a shot?
If it's between him and De Zerbi, I'd probably lean to him. I've not seen a lot of them, but even though I've not seen a lot of them, for the reasons that I outlined, that I feel like De Zerbi gets De Zerbi gets figured out quite quickly. I feel like why not give Amorim a chance? This season, I looked it up earlier. I think they've played something like 39 games. They've won 29, I think. I've got to double check this, but I did send it somewhere earlier. 39 games, 29 wins, 5 draws and 5 defeats. So that's Sporting Lisbon this season.
Great.
They lost 2-1 to Atalanta in the Europa League. They lost 2-1 to Benfica in the league and also had a red card. They lost 3-2 to Vitória in the league. And they lost 1-0 to Braga in their equivalent of the League Cup.
Okay.
The draws they got were 1-0 against Braga, 1-0 against a team, I'm going to presume by the name they're from Czech Republic, Rakow Shetskowa or something. 1-0 against Atalanta, 1-0 against Young Boys, and 3-0 against Rio Ave. So Braga and Rio Ave in the league, and then Young Boys, Atalanta, and a team I can't say it in the Europa League.
I mean, he is on the way achieving a lot for.
I've said this. Stephen out.
Who's that?
I've said this. I've said it many times. If he's able to win, the Europa League, then why not give him a shot at Chelsea? But let's see how things go. The man himself is in the studio today. If Coachella has joined me here, then it means that the man has taken a lot of coffee this morning. Because man is supposed to be sleeping, but he still have time to join me on this platform to help us over here. Coachella,
what brought you here today, bro? Actually, I hardly sleep. I only get time to sleep around, let's say, from 12 p.m. up. But today, I don't think I'll be sleeping. That's because of Champions League football. I don't want to miss them. And I have a recording, let's say, in 30 minutes with Jerry C. But big up, bro. More importantly, I'm here to say Stephen out.
Well, really?
We're really doing this again.
It never ends. You don't know. It never ends. It's a war, Stephen. It's a war. We got much love, everyone. Much love, bro. Always nice to be on the panel with you. It's just that yeah, usually your show comes on just 2 hours after mine. Usually I'm still on the road taking the boys to school, and by the time I come back, I'll be sleepy and all that. So I wish I'd have time to come on more often. But I'm here for the fight this evening. So whatever question you have for me with regards to the managerial situation, the rumors are linking us with Amorim and De Zerbi. I'm here. Up to you, bro.
Beautiful. We have a man like Coachella in the building. Guys, a big man like Coachella, the owner, and then the owner of the two platforms. Chelsea Perspective, and then Chelsea Soccer Perspective, right?
Yeah, Soccer Perspective. Yeah.
Perspective, yeah, the owner of these two platforms. Great content, very, very authentic and very organic. No, hula baloo. He doesn't mess around here. Everything is just flow as it's supposed to be. So that's the money we have on the platform.
Easy, bro. Easy. Before I cover my face.
Absolutely. So we have a Coachella in the building today. We got some nice topics to discuss here. We've been talking about the Mauricio Pochettino's replacement. We've known De Zerbi also in the news. Amorim, they call him. Yeah, Amorim is the name, and also Filippo Inzaghi. Also,
Amorim is it Ruben Amorim?
Amorim, yeah, Ruben Amorim. Is the name, and also Filippo Inzaghi has also been linked with with the job, and then more like everyone knows Jose Mourinho. So as I'm having my brother here, there is a lot of questions that I'm going to ask him. Is Pochettino past point of saving his job at Chelsea Football Club? Coachella.
I'm not sure what's going to happen with Pochettino. I have to be honest. My opinion. And my opinion is that there's no other manager more suitable. Given the fact that we have a lot of young players, he's known to nurture young players and help them to, you can say, reach the heights, reach their potentials. But beyond that, I honestly do not think he's the man a long time, and that's because I strongly believe that when it matters, he will falter. Like for instance, you were talking about how he's gotten to 3 finals and wasn't able to win any of them. That's an issue. Right. That's when it matters. And for instance, I've also talked about how let me use this game as an example. The game against Wolves. The Wolves manager, he changed things around to impact the game, and Pochettino had no response. He had no response to what the man did. We fell apart, and he just had to watch the game finish that way. That's my concern. You understand? So I'm not saying he's a bad manager. He's good at nurturing young players, but beyond that, when it matters, he's going to falter. And I'm just going to leave it at that. In all honesty, I think he will finish the season with us, but at the end of the season, I'm not too sure what's going to happen. I honestly, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not the type that will go around with a placard or maybe a board screaming "Poch out," because he will not change anything. And I've said that 1,000 times, and that's because the owners, they're big believers in numbers. And if we're being truthful, numbers say that had we been clinically in front of goal, that would be better placed in the table right now, would be in the top 6 at least. So they strongly believe in that. And with that being that, the fact that that's the case, it would take a lot for them to fire him before the end of the season. And again, looking at things from a financial perspective, if they choose to fire him now, the payoff will be a lot more than it'd be at the end of the season when he'd have just a year left on his contract. Yeah.
Thank you very much, like Coachella dropping a lot of fact on it, how he sees the current manager of Chelsea Football Club, Mauricio Pochettino. And Maya said a big up to Coachella himself, more life, and hope you are well. You're doing very well, my brother. He says a big up, Nick Zion, and everyone on the panel. Welcome to and welcome everyone in the chat as well. Maya, big up to you. Maya, big up to yourself. Coach came to cook steak. All right, so I don't want to De Zerbi.
I'm here to fight Steve. Yeah.
I don't want De Zerbi. I want Jose Mourinho. That's coming from Phantom of Many Topic. Hope you're doing very well. He is magic coming to from our brother Blue Board Analyst. Thank you very much, Analyst.
That's
Blue
Jerry
Board.
Z right there. That's Jerry Z.
Oh, big up to you. Probably saw his man over here, Chelsea Perspectives. Like, I'm going to support Nizion and Chelsea Perspective there. Guys, please, we are hoping that we could get 20 to 30 likes today. We can do it. There's no way we cannot do it. Man, you guys, if you're watching live, we got I think 8 of us watching live on YouTube. So guys, drop a like. Yesterday we had over 25 votes. I can't believe we have less than 12 likes on the stream. This time, I'm not going to be quiet. I will let that go. I'll tell you guys every 5 minutes to drop a like on it. I know you guys don't intentionally do it. You forget to do it. But then, although there are things there to help you.
Just 1 second. Did I disappoint Maya? Maya, you know my opinion on Poch. But I've said this 1,000 times. I'm not going to be going about with a board screaming, Poch out, Poch out. I've said what I said. And my point in that video that I made, that rant, maybe you could call it that, I said we have a very good squad. That Pochettino, yeah, he's the man for the job. If you want to see it from the perspective of the fact that we have a lot of young players, yeah, he's the man to nurture them. But beyond that, we have a very young squad that by the time we start playing as a cohesive unit, it'd be difficult to see through the performances of the players to know that Pochettino isn't the man until we get to meet a very talented manager. Or you can say a tactically equipped manager. Again, then he will falter. That's where I have a problem. I'm not going to go about screaming Poch out, but I want him gone, because I know they're not going to fire him until the end of the season at least. I'm not going to be wasting my energy. It just doesn't make sense. Sorry, Neil. Sorry for cutting you off, bro.
No, that's all right. That's all right. You're trying to make a point here. Because sometimes people don't understand. I've been in the same position where right after one game, I was like, get him out. If you remember, I sent a comment to you. It was like, get this guy out of here. He's ruining the reputation, the culture of the football club. But when I sat down and I analyzed things very well, the man is not playing the game. He has people on the pitch and they are missing all those chances. But the most important thing is finals. When it comes to the big games where managers...
It matters.
Yeah. When it matters, it doesn't get there.
Because
what was that, Steven?
Yeah, that's my thing as well. Because players are missing chances, yeah. But how many times has he set us up wrong and it's cost us games as well? Look at the final, right? Let's look at the final. In the 90 minutes, I can't complain. That's all on the players for missing the chances, yeah. You go into extra time, yeah, when they've got about 5 teenagers on the pitch. And you're sitting deep and letting them come at you when you could be attacking. We were right on them and could have won the game at the end of the 90 minutes. What,
Absolutely.
5 minutes later, let's sit deep? What are you doing? You don't play for penalties.
And one more team. What's with him taking off players in a final, citing them being tired? It just doesn't make sense. Was it in the Champions League final that, what's his name? David Luiz was literally begging to be taken off. And I think it was JT that came to the touchline and said, we have about 5 minutes or so left. Hang on there. It's a final. You don't say players are tired. You play here's the thing. I was going mad. I get it. The chances we've missed, it's about execution. And you can't blame him for players missing chances. But Steve is very correct. Spot on in terms of the setup, in terms of the in-game management. I get it. We missed a lot of chances, but a little bit of in-game management can make a difference. That can be the difference between us winning a final and losing the final. And I was really pissed. I don't blame him for the players missing chances. He can't come onto the pitch and put away those chances for us. He's decided on what strategy to use against the opponent. But in terms of putting away the chances, leave it up to the players. So, Steve, thank you so much. You know what? We're friends from now on.
Yeah, it's true, though. Like, as a manager, you can't put the chances away. You can set up the team, and okay, he don't always set it up correct, I think everyone would agree with that, But at the end of the day, the players create the chances. The players just can't score them. But that's not a Poch thing because A, he can't score them, and B, it's been a problem for 3-4 years now. We had it under Lampard. We had it under Tuchel. Like, this isn't a new issue. This is why for 3-4 years we've been crying out for a striker. We haven't had a striker that would do any good, really, since Costa. Okay, we had Abraham, got some good numbers, but then people go, he's tapping. I don't care how you score them, because they're the type of chances we're not scoring this season.
Absolutely. Those are the chances that we're not even scoring. We see Jackson messing up with those chances. Thank you very much, Coachella, and then Stephen G in there. Guys, please, we got 13 or 14 of us watching live on YouTube. So, guys, if you don't forget to drop a like on the video, and if you haven't subscribed to this wonderful channel, Blueclouds Media, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, and also don't forget to drop a like on the video. Let's see if we can make it up to 30 likes by the end on the stream. Blue, I think I read this one. Thank you very much for anyone that is here today watching us live. Phantom of Many Topic said, I'm willing to take Tuchel or Klopp. That's from Phantom. Maya said I was about to celebrate, Coach. All right, big up Jay-Z. I'm willing to take Coach. I'm willing to take Coach Silva from Fulham.
Oh, heck no.
Big up to Chelsea Perspective.
Just quickly before you go through the comments, share, because otherwise I'll forget. Out of curiosity, Phantom, is there any specific reason you would take Jose, or you think they'll take Tuchel back? Who was the other one he said?
It was Tuchel. Listen, I want to say, go ahead.
Klopp isn't coming. He's going on a break for about a year or two. But why would you think they would bring Tuchel back? I wouldn't be surprised if they did, because I think Bowley smoothed that stuff over. I think the issues were Egbali winning and no team talks, from what I've read. Yeah. So maybe things got smoothed over. He didn't want to be involved with transfer stuff. He wouldn't be now. So maybe that got smoothed over. Maybe it's a possibility. But I don't think it happened. Yeah. But why would you want to bring Jose back? I'm curious by that.
All right, so
I want to say this. I want to say that I agree. Phantom and I, we're not in good times, but I wouldn't mind Jose, but it ain't happening. I wouldn't even mind Klopp, but it will never happen. I wouldn't even mind Thomas Tuchel, but it will not happen. Here's why I say, overall, I wouldn't mind any experienced manager that's been there, seen it all, and done it all. You know why? Let me use this analogy. Let's see the club as a ship, and the ship right now is wobbly. And when the ship is wobbly, or let me use a much simpler language, when the ship isn't stable, you can't sail to anywhere. So for you to sail to anywhere, you have to stabilize the ship, and then you can sail to wherever you want to go. Stabilizing the ship in this case means we have a squad that's not balanced. We need a bit of experience to balance things out. Even if the plan is to continue signing potentials, like what we're signing kids for a language people are to use, just for me to use a language that people are more familiar with, will make them quickly understand what we're talking about. Even if the plan is to continue signing young players, young inexperienced players, that's fine. I like it. It's a good strategy given the fact things have changed. For instance, let me deviate a bit from the topic to go back to how much the Premier League spent during the January transfer window, out of fear of getting into trouble with the Premier League's version of FFP. So now we've signed a lot of players, which means we will not be spending that much money in the near future. We're not going to have a situation where we spend money and fear that we'll be facing points deduction and all that. So, but my point overall is this: stabilize the ship by signing experienced players. You don't have to break the bank to sign experienced players. There are experienced players out there that if they get the opportunity to play for Chelsea Football Club, they would jump on it without hesitation. Signing them, balance things out, which in another language or on another term, stabilize the ship, and then you can sail to wherever you want to go. But it will not work as long as the ship is still wobbly. As long as we're still signing just kids, it will take a while. The immediate future will still not be stable until the kids are mature. And that will take a while. And by the way, thank you so much. I want to love you. I appreciate you asking about the family. We're good. There's something I want to say, but I don't want to say it here. I'll tell Lee in the back end as a brother, but I don't want to say it in the public space like this. So my point is, I get it. I wouldn't mind Mourinho, but it's not going to happen. I wouldn't mind Jurgen Klopp. It's not going to happen. Thomas Tuchel. I'm not too sure what transpired between him and the owners. What led to him getting fired? We've just been told that. We've been told that if we were told what he did, that would fire him too. But I don't care. Until you tell me what he did, I will still keep saying that firing him was a mistake. But I hope you understand the analogy I used by saying the ship is still wobbly. Stabilize the ship by signing experienced players, balance things out. Then once things is balanced, continue signing younger players. And by the time actually you will the experienced players will leave the club. The younger players we have right now will mature to a measure where would be good.
Thank you very much, Coach.
I'm not one of the others, so they do what they want. It's their business anyway.
Thank you, Coach Hiller.
Just quick, right?
Yeah, I can give him Steven. You're gonna read this. You're gonna read this comment. Are you ready for it?
I can read it. Just 2 seconds, because all I'm gonna say, the only situation I take Jose, is say we've got a short list of 3 managers,
Okay.
The 3 at the moment that are linked are Alonso, which, let's be honest, ain't happening. That's Bayern or Liverpool. Ruben Amorim and Roberto De Zerbi, Say we don't get any of them, and then they feel like there's a massive drop-off, That's the only situation Jose should even be considered.
Right.
That's the only situation in my head he gets.
So you're for Amorim, Stephen?
I've not seen a lot of them, but from everything I've seen, I mean, they play by my time. I don't know about you, but by my time, they kick off at 5:45 tomorrow in the evening in the Europa League. For some reason, they're playing on Wednesday. So I'm going to watch that. I'm going to try and watch even more Sporting until the end of the season so I can get a better idea of what his philosophy is and everything like that.
Yeah.
But my thing is, people say, his midfield's open and all that, But if we look hard enough, there's negatives to every manager, so we'll never please ourselves by choosing someone because there'll always be a negative.
I would say getting Amorim it's more of a risk. I think we don't have the luxury to risk signing a manager that we're not too sure would work for us. For instance, I'll go to the extent of saying Amorim, hiring Amorim wouldn't be any different from us, the risk we took when we hired Graham Potter, or even AVB. AVB won the Portuguese league without losing a single game. What happened at Chelsea?
He flopped.
Quite sure. You're well acquainted with how his time at Chelsea went.
I think, let me jump in a little bit. I think with the AVB, he went to negative, trying to sideline key players that have made so much history and brought so much glory to Chelsea Football Club. That was his downfall. Because as soon as you start attacking players like John Terry, maybe Frank Lampard, then you know that the odds are going to fight against you. No one's going to play for you to be playing. They were playing for your sack, not to play for you to play for the team to keep you in the team. That's why I saw the downfall of Andrews Villas Boas. That was
Andre Villas-Boas,
yeah, that was the name. So let me welcome my brother here, Scala United. Scala, I haven't forgotten you. I know you were quiet waiting for your turn, but before I go to Scala, we continue with the show, guys. We still got some few we're gonna talk about Rafael Leao whilst we're still here. Then the last one we'll be talking about Peter Cech and the criticism of Carlo Ancelotti. So before we get to that, I'm going to read some few of the comments. Steven will take the read so we can get it going. Long time, big man, Coachella. Hope you and your family are well. Absolutely. That's I think I want to love you forever knows Coachella and his family. I don't know that he did. I mean, she do. But anyway, guys, we still got 14 of us watching 13 of us watching live on this platform. Guys, don't forget to drop a like and also subscribe if it's the first time watching us on this platform. And this man himself here, a little bit will go a long way. He's got a lot of numbers, but I still wouldn't mind. Guys, this is a 3 name. I don't think he's comments. So, he will share his link in the comment section below. Like Coachella doesn't need any introduction. If you guys know Chelsea perspective, that's the man over there. So if you're on this platform, you don't know much about him, please do me a favor. If I get a chance, I'll get his stuff and I'll put his link right. I'll put the link right in the comment section below, so you can click on it and
by
then
the way,
go to his channel. Yeah.
Please,
Yes, sir.
quickly,
Yes.
sorry, I apologize. Jerry Z, I was supposed to start recording with him in 5 minutes.
All right,
because I agreed to move it up 1 hour. So that's fine.
Oh, so we still got a little
He
bit of
just
time.
messaged me. Yeah, we'll start in an hour's time. So thanks to him, a very understanding person, and I love him. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry,
All
apologies.
right, thank you very much. We still got some few more time with man like Coachella. You're hardly gonna get this man here. So I think wherever I slept, the kind of pillow I use, I have to make sure I use the same pillow tonight. So I might get him again tomorrow. All right,
That's a real African saying there.
I know.
Mhm.
Yeah, you barely hear this in Europe or in America. It is the way we talk in Africa. I twisted directly to an English language, and I know lot of Europeans will not understand it, but then only legends will understand that. That's man like Coachella understood what I was trying to say. But Phantom of Many Topics say either way, I welcome Poch out and then replace him with super interim super Frank Lampard. Man,
He weren't
I
so
don't know,
super
Phantom.
interim last year, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, for those who are watching, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Blueclouds Media channel. Moderator Maya is saying that in the platform. Absolutely like the platform. I felt your pain, Coach. And Steven, with the Carabao Cup, I was so pissed that day. Absolutely. Big up to you, Cruz Banter in the building. Owners are 90% to blame. Players 4%, manager 1%, which I do agree with you 100%. I don't blame Mauricio Pochettino
think the
a whole lot.
percentages are different.
Yeah. Still wondering why we sold Tammy Abraham. Yeah, FFP. Maybe not FFP. I think full profit. That's why I feel.
Tuchel weren't playing him, innit? When he came in, he didn't play him.
Tuchel won't come back unless they sort out their problem behind closed doors. Coming from my Ghulam Mustafa said that I noticed that Jackson lacked confidence in finesse in the Brentford game. I can see his struggles. Ball over the head. Chelsea do need a proper number 9, absolutely, which we all know that. Thank you very much, Ghulam Mustafa. Phantom Many Topic against Steven Tuchel can fix the defense. Tuchel wanted to. He said he went to vacation to see his kids in Germany during off season. Todd refused, wanting him to scout. He was not fired for bad performances. Absolutely.
Just quickly, as I said a couple moments ago, the thing that I saw, I think it was a couple days ago, was to do with basically Egbali wanted to basically have feedback on the team talks and stuff like that as well. It wasn't all related to the transfer stuff, even though we know he didn't want involvement in that. There was apparently also stuff about Egbali wanting the feedback from the team talks as well.
And they were amplifying some rumors suggesting that he did something, taking it to the extent of saying that he slept with one of the players as girlfriend and all that. It's absolute bull crap out there.
I think that was Werner.
Yeah, Werner.
I feel like someone made that up for interactions, but
all right,
when that came
Steven,
out,
let me speed up this real quick. Steven Joseph. Let me speed up this real quick. We can go. Steven Jose Mourinho fixed Tammy Abraham and Lukaku. Cruz Banter, big up Maya, big up to you. Big up to everyone in this. Ghulam Mustafa, a ship has a captain that keeps the crew in line. A ship without a captain or leadership or experience is always is a dangling
leadership
in the sea.
Experience is always dangling.
Good idea, coach. Good idea. Okay. Thank you very much. Maya says the guys are like when Stanley keep giving us mid players. I need Viva next season. Is it Valverde?
No, honestly, I don't blame the directors. They're following the Bruce of the owners. They're following it because the direction the owners want to go.
Right. Thing, I blame the directors to an extent because I feel like it's a lot of sitting on their hands, wasting time, which is unnecessary, In terms of, we were told, and this is the example I always go to, We were told Caicedo 80 million in June and July. We played Liverpool, all of a sudden it's 115 million. If we went to her for the 80 mil, we save ourselves 20, 30 mil. As a result, we save ourselves quite a bit on the books as well. But look, I don't blame them for everything because obviously they didn't put themselves in that role. It's not a role they're experienced in, yeah? So I can't blame them for that. We need to get someone who's like a CEO of football almost type thing, like an Edwards or I think it's Nepe from Bayern Munich or someone like that.
We wanted Edward, right, Steve? But he wasn't
We wanted
available at
him,
the
but
time.
he wanted a break, and now he set up a company with someone he worked with at Liverpool, and he wouldn't take a sporting director role now or something. He sort of wants more control, so almost like a CEO of football. I think if we give him a CEO of football role, then you get Lampard as a sporting director because his talent ID is quality, and he's got pull. Like he can get people into the club. He's a legend at the club. He can convince and all that. Yeah, he's a qualified director. Then you can even keep Winstanley and Stewart, but have them below him and doing more of what their natural job role is, which is more identifying talent. That works better because you've got a natural hierarchy for recruitment. Then you've got them that feed to Lampard, who feeds to your CEO of football. Your CEO of football has the final say. Problem solved.
Right. Thank you very much, Stephen G and Coachella man in there. Maya said fact I can give Amaron a chance, but like Stephen said, every manager has
cons. Basically, every manager you'll find a flaw in how they play or something that they do.
Big up to my man, like blue board analyst. Thank you very much for your wonderful super chat.
And I know his name is Jerry Z, and that's his YouTube channel.
Oh, okay, beautiful. Thank you for letting me know. This is how we do it. We gotta support each other. You know, if Matt like Coachella came in, Coachella is a magician. You said he is really JC's. I know JC is from Coachella's platform. Coachella's coming in.
Stephen is not gonna like that. He'll be crying soon. So stop saying such things.
Saying what?
See what? All right, that's.
I don't think you want to be associated with Magic because that's associated with the chant of Pochettino.
Yeah, that second Poch only changing things for Chelsea FC. Never fun. JC, thank you very much for hopping on. And I know the blessings of Coachella is really falling upon this platform, bringing in more people, new people. A lot of you guys are tuning in. They're all coming from Coachella's platform. That's how my brother here. It's helping us here. This is my
brother's YouTube channel, so all the same, you can say it's mine.
Yeah. Okay. Your channel. We tried it on Potter. Look now. Okay. JC said it's the H Club Coachella, the fund of founding member.
You know what he means by H Club?
No, explain to me.
H negative, H positive. H negative, you go in hell. H positive, you go in heaven. So it's south or north. So he is that side, the negative side. Him, the beautiful game, man's the gate of the H place. And he is the recruit, the chief recruitment officer there for them. Yeah.
Wonderful. But thank you very much, Coach La, for explaining. And thank you, guys. You guys are legends. You guys are wonderful for all your super messages and that you sent in and your comments that you sent in. Thank you very much. Even spending time on this platform means a lot to me. And then my co-host and our wonderful guest, Coachella himself. So, guys, we're gonna move on from the managerial situation. Also, there's been a link of Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao having a link with the Chelsea Football Club. He was linked, I think, 2 seasons ago, but we couldn't get this guy until AC Milan made him sign a new contract. But why would Chelsea want him now? Is the topic that guys will be looking into. So stay in there, hang in there. Do not go anywhere as we start that topic in just a second. Welcome back to Football Minutes Live, brought to you by Blueclouds Media. My name is Nathan. My co-host is Stephen G. And the special guest for the show today is Coachella himself, the man with all the YouTube channels, the man with all the fan base is here on my platform, bringing me all this fan base also to support me on my channel. So, guys, we're here discussing the managerial issues with Chelsea Football Club. Who replaces Mauricio Pochettino in the summer, or is he leaving now? I don't think he's leaving now, but we'll discuss that. Also, Rafael Leao also heavily linked with Chelsea Football Club, and also Peter Cech criticized Carlo Ancelotti during his time at Chelsea. That's what we'll be talking about in the next 15 minutes to 20 minutes before we hop on from this platform. So guys, be my guest, drop your comments, and also drop all your questions, as we have wonderful, very intelligent sports analysts on this platform will tell us, why do Chelsea need like Rafael Leao at the football club? With all the wingers that we have, we're still looking into other wingers, so we'll look into that. So I'm gonna start from Coachella. No, Steven is on my right hand, so I'll start from Steven. Steven, Chelsea has been linked with Rafael Leao. It's been around for a while now, but this is the time that I think that we have to look into it. There are other platforms like is it the Daily? I forgot about Jacob Stamberg has also tweeted this, and I know you really believe in him that much. It is something that we should take it serious.
Let's not lie to the people. I feel very strongly about Jacob Steinberg because of stuff he said in the past, which is just, let's say, disgusting. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
And if people know what I'm talking about, they know what I'm talking about. And
Absolutely.
If they don't, then yeah, you could look into it if you wish, but I'm not going to say it on here.
All right. What's the substance? How should the Chelsea fans take this link? Should the Chelsea fans take this link serious?
It's not happening.
What, Rafael Leao? I don't think it happened.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't think it happened.
And here's saying it's not happening. He signed a new contract not long ago, right? And even before he signed that contract, his valuation. Yeah, he did. I think he did. His valuation at the time was around 100 million euros. What do you think happens after
it was 1 or 2 years ago.
He signed a new contract? Yeah, and I don't think we're going to be spending that much money in any other position other than a striker, than the striker position. If we get him, I'll take him. But do I think we're going to sign Rafael Leao in the summer? I'd say no. That's just my opinion anyway.
Don't you think it's going to be a Sterling replacement?
Sterling?
Don't you think it's going to be a Sterling replacement?
I don't think so. Listen, if you've been paying attention, we're looking for players that we can sign and put them on start them with a small salary and then incentivize salary to be more specific. And I think Leao has many suitors that it'd be difficult for him to say, you know what, if my City wants him, for instance, or PSG wants him to say he's not going to PSG, he's going to Chelsea. I don't see that happening. That is a small opinion anyway. And again, more importantly, Chelsea's priority will be to bring in a high-profile striker, and I don't see us spending around 100 something, north of 90 million pounds, and then also spend something close to that on Rafael Leao. That's just my opinion anyway.
I'm with you on that. It's not that I don't think it's possible. I think it's possible because every player has a price. I'm not saying it's possible that we can spend that much money on him and we can spend that much money on a striker. I'm not saying that bit's possible. I'm saying purely on the basis that every player in world football has a price. What that price is, we'll never know what every player's price is until they get sold, right? So on that basis, it's possible because if you offer right money, you'll get him. Do I think they'll sell? No. Do I think we'll move for him? That's also a no for me. I think it's more likely we'll see more links to players like Nico Williams and players like that. I think that's more likely to where we'll see more links like that have been coming out in the last few days. That's the more probable option. But Steven, honestly, unless we think it's possible that, I don't know, maybe we end up putting, I'm not saying I would do this, but maybe they end up putting, say, Nkunku out on left wing temporarily or something. Who knows? I have no clue what they're going to do. But for me, I think Sterling needs to go. I do think we need a winger on that left side. We need a striker, we need a left back, and we need a centre back. And at least, in my opinion, because you're losing Silva, you'll lose Sterling. Okay, he's not done much, but that's experience there as well, yeah?
Right.
you need.
And in all honesty, that position isn't a position of priority for us. That's the simplest way to put it.
I didn't catch that.
Now I'm saying Leao's position isn't a position of priority for us right now. We still have Angela Gabriel. We still have Noni Modric is still here. Whether you think he plays on the left or he plays on the right, we still have Mihailo Mudryk. Raheem Sterling is still here. Selling Raheem Sterling would take a Saudi club saying, you know what, this guy can help us enhance our brand, which is what they're looking for. And I don't see any other club signing him. We're stuck with him for a while.
That's my thing as well, though. It is Saudi or he stays. That is my view. It's Saudi or he stays here, because unless Saudi come in, we make no profit. We'll probably make a loss on him. If Saudi come in, we can make a bit of profit, because obviously we know the sort of money that they pay.
I think he stays for one more season. That's how I feel.
I think that's the probable outcome, as painful as that is for me, because I really want us to get rid of him. But look, end of the day, definitely need a striker, definitely gonna need a centre-back, definitely gonna need a left-back, probable left wing, depending what happens with our winger options.
Do we really, just when I think you and I are becoming friends, do we really need a centre-back?
I'd say yes, because of we need the experience factor there, is my thing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, yes, Fofana's there, but Fofana's still young.
But still, even at that, if you're saying we need an experienced centre-back, you're looking at us, are you suggesting we're going to go get a player beyond the age of 25, beyond, you can say, the age bracket we've been signing? Remember, we still have what's his name? The French international injury master, maybe. Fofana.
Is it still? I thought
my thing is, you know, where you're saying about someone over 25,
I don't want to talk about Fofana, guys. I don't want to talk about him. But
let's not get into this. This happens regularly.
Before what's his name comes onto the show.
Chelsea done.
What's his name?
This is Chelsea done. But my thing is, I would love us to sign someone who's over the age of 25. My thing is that I don't judge experience solely on age, because if you do that, you can have someone like Jamie Vardy, who really made it about 25 years old, and you go, oh, they're more experienced. But then the reality is you could have someone who's been playing senior football since they're 18 and they're now the same age as him. They've got more experience, if that makes sense. So whilst, yes, I look at the age, I also look at, okay, how many games are they played in senior football? How many's in Europe? How many's in one of those top leagues? Because that's the bigger factor for me. Because you could have people who broke out, like, let's take Donnarumma, the goalkeeper, for example. Yeah, he came and broke through, age 16? But some goalkeepers don't get starts until they're like 22. Do you get what I'm saying? So he's been a starter basically that whole time. So he actually has more experience than someone older than him in terms of being a starter.
That's because it's simple, really. People tend to use experience and age interchangeably. And you've explained it better, but just to elaborate a little more, you can have a 16-year-old who's played, you can say 19-year-old who's played 200 Premier League games, and have a 31-year-old who's played just 25 Premier League games. The younger player is obviously more experienced in the Premier League than the older player. That's how I see it.
Yeah. That's a more specified example of what I was basically getting to, because you've used a specific league in your example. So, yeah, that's more specified than what I was getting at. But it's literally, it's probably a better way of explaining it.
Thank you very much, guys. Could Rafael Leao be the signing to revitalize Chelsea's attacking next season? Could he be the player? It's a guy we're discussing right now on the screen. Rafael Leao, why is he been linked with Chelsea? AC Milan, just like JC said, if CFC buy Leao, the problem is Modric and Modric and Sterling. Sterling isn't going anywhere. I can assure you guys. JC said AC Milan is selling a player to Bayern Munich, which will give them enough finances for another season. They are cash strapped, but Leao holds them in a good shape. Maya, also thank you very much for your comments. It says, if Leao, if he signed a contract, will overpay. him. That's what Maya is saying. So Gulam Mustafa just said facts over there. We can purchase him, but he will be overpaid. I think 100 million is what the asking price at this moment. Gulam said, but I think that Modric might change his role in the team as a midfielder. I don't think Poch will ever play him, and maybe another manager will see otherwise and try and transform him and give him a different role. Maya said we go Ole Watkins or Pedro. Ole Watkins is never going to come to Chelsea. He's too old. He's too old to fit that profile. He's around
I don't
28,
believe
29
that
years
because
old.
we have had reports that they'll look for older players.
But
And
not
the
that
only reason
old,
we
Steven.
didn't go for anyone in January.
But not that old.
Because we were being
Ole
looked at.
Watkins, 28 years old. If Chelsea couldn't bring in what's his name from Newcastle United, the guy from Bournemouth to Newcastle, Callum Wilson. If Chelsea couldn't do the deal for Callum Wilson, what makes you think they're going to do the deal for Ole Watkins?
From the stuff I'd seen on that was we were looking at doing a loan deal, but then obviously I think Isak then got injured again, didn't he? Right. So there was no way they would have done a deal because they probably at that time didn't know how long he was going to be out for. So it would have been very, very risky.
Coachella, were you in favor of that Callum Wilson link to Chelsea during the January window?
No, it would have been he hardly stays fit. I don't know if I shared his injury record with you. All changed. The same issue that we did complain about before we signed it for Fana, and it turns out we were correct. Callum Wilson would have been a waste of money if he gets to play at all. I didn't want us to sign him, actually.
Thank you very much. Guys, we got 15 of us watching live on YouTube. I think in the point, 15 viewers at this moment. So guys, if you haven't dropped a like on the video, do me a favor. The like will go a long way. It will take the channel to different places. Maybe straight to maybe mass, if I can think that way. So yeah, we can get there. There are people there watching a mass. We make some friends over there. So yes, guys, when you drop the link, the like on the video, YouTube will send the link there right away. I've talked to them. They said they're waiting for more likes on the video, and then they will send the YouTube video link over there so people can watch it in mass. People are waiting for it. So guys, please don't forget to do that. All right. So JC said that within Kunku, Palmer, Gallagher, Lavia, Enzo Caicedo, Modric is nowhere near that 10 position. That is coming from JC. Thank you very much. Chelsea Dan will arrive soon. Before you know, yes, do not talk about Fofana. Maybe because if you hear more about Fofana, by the time you realize,
wait, is Chelsea Dan in the chat?
He's there. Yeah.
It's like a bat signal. You mentioned Fofana.
Oh no, it's not here. Chelsea Dan is not. Oh,
he's in the comments. Is it down?
It's
like you mentioned.
Yeah, he's in the chat. He started with
like a bat signal.
Yeah.
Age is just a number. Age is a factor with CFC directors. Coachella, my leave. Malang Sarr situation is uncertain at this moment. I think he's training with the development team. Gilchrist won't get game time. Knee out. Chelsea Dan. Goodness, I mentioned his name is already here. Smash that like, guys. Absolutely. Cruz Banter. Don't think it makes any sense to sign Leao. Absolutely. My Coachella out. My Gulam Mustafa said Nick Chelsea is I think it was the link with Ivan Toney. Okay, was linked with Ivan Toney as well. He is 27 years old. How does Ole Watkins? How old is Ole Watkins too? I think Ole is 28 years old. I think so. Send link. All right, I'll send a link in there. Please do not destroy the channel or the program. Chelsea Dan. Please let's follow the protocol. Please don't interrupt when others are talking. Please, Chelsea Dan. I love you, bro. You know I love you. I love you so much, and everybody loves you. They want to hear you talk, but please do not destroy it because sometimes you don't allow people to talk. Big up to you, Coachella or Chelsea Dan in the building. All right, Maya said 15 likes. Let's go. Are we on 15 right now, guys? We can make it to 30. If Coachella is here, we can make it to tell him. Big up to you, Farewell. I think Farwell is the name. I hope I did not butcher it. Nehemiah Farwell, big up to you, my brother. He says, so how can we sack Poch due to FFP? I don't think that's the main reason why they want to sack Mauricio Pochettino. He just arrived. Okay. All right. If Poch sack Gallagher, gone. Okay, gone. What? I didn't get that right. If Poch sack Gallagher, want him gone anyway. Okay, he wants Gallagher gone anyway. Guys, the link is right there. The link is right there. Anyone that wants to join, be part of the panelists over here. You have some few minutes. You can click on it and join us here. The last topic will be on the criticism. Sorry, I always can't say this thing. I'm not what's his name, Alan Brazil from Talk Sport, who cannot say certain words, but. Yeah, the criticism. Oh my goodness, that's a heavy word for me.
Criticism.
criticism.
It happens.
All right, Chelsea down in the building. Coachella and Steven, you guys want to react to any of these comments before we move on to man like Chelsea down? He's about to give us a whole Wikipedia page here before he comes in, please. You guys have anything you want to say before?
Just looking back.
We got just 10 minutes.
Really,
10 minutes.
no.
We don't have that long. 10 minutes.
And I'm not seeing anything that needs a reaction from us on the panel.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
Poch out coming from a blue board analyst. Okay. Chelsea Dan, welcome back to the show again. I know you've heard your name somewhere, so you decided you want to join the show. Coachella, your man himself is in the building. Chelsea Dan, let's go.
Who?
For a start, it's not Wikipedia internet settings like where you can edit like the settings need. It's Google. I use Google, not Wikipedia like what
Are
you
you
guys
sure you
do.
don't use Yahoo?
Hey, Steve, don't you go there, mate. You use non.com websites. What you on about? Come on.
Use what?
Big up to my bro coach, hashtag coaching it out. Big up to Steve, the waffle
I
merchant.
don't like you. You
And
know
a
that.
big up
Hey,
me.
I ain't no
Big
waffle
up me, the
merchant.
big waffler. The big waffler always. Hey, man.
I don't like you, Dan.
Hey,
I hope you know that.
Coach, my boy, yeah?
You know I don't like you, right?
I was on the space and he sent me a message saying we're talking to Wesley Fofana. I need to get you on the show.
No, we're not
I
talking
said,
about
okay.
Wesley Fofana. We had a meeting. The agreement is not to discuss Fofana today. So if you want to just pack your stuff and go, I'm not discussing Fofana either.
Dan, who do you see over there? Did you see Coachella? Your man himself is in the panel. So if you have anything you want to say to him, address it directly whilst we have him here, so he can defend himself right now. Dan, let's go.
What's that?
I say, if you have anything you want to say to Coachella, he's in the building. He's in the studio. Talk to him.
What boy, Coutinho? Yeah,
it's not Cucurella. It's not Cucurella.
Oh, no, it's Coutinho.
It's not Cucurella.
Oh,
say right.
Which other people's names is this? So I'm not shocked.
To be fair, when he says Cucurella, it is funny because it's Cucurella.
Can you, Dan? Can you say it right? Then we can move on, please.
Yeah, pick up to Coutinho.
No, that's not right.
Daniela, go ahead.
Why?
Hey, Coach knows I can't pronounce his name properly.
All right. Hear me now. Coachella. Sorry.
Oh, Coachella.
Absolutely, you can say it. I know you can say it. All right, Dana. We're discussing some very, very important topics on the platform today. Replacement for Mauricio Pochettino in the summer. We're looking at some other important managers who are on the horizon. You could say Miguel. I think Miguel. Is it not Miguel? Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim is the guy. And also, Roberto De Zerbi. And also you can talk about Jose Mourinho or even Filippo Inzaghi from Inter Milan. Which of these managers do you think will really fit the bill for Chelsea Football Club? You just have 2 minutes, Dan. Go for it.
I don't want De Zerbi. I don't want Brighton Fish De Zerbi. He's not good enough to be a manager.
Okay. Just speaking, JC is asking me if I need help. JC, if you're not at work, come on to the panel, bro. I need your help, especially now that Dan is here. If you're not at work, please come onto the panel.
Yeah, you can share the link with him, JC.
Hey, what's about you, Coach? You've been a bit pissed off. What's about you, my boy? How you been? How's the family?
They're good. They're good. They're good. Have you been your young blues? I hope they're all good. Dan, it's been a minute, and I do understand what all blues is. Bills don't pay themselves, so yeah. But we're still fighting. I'm waiting.
I'm just saying that we know that Jose Mourinho ain't come to Chelsea, so that's out of the picture.
Okay.
Is that
De Zerbi's out, Jose is out. You got 2 more to go.
Well, we all know that everyone wants Jose Mourinho back, but it's not going to happen because if he comes to the club, he knows Chelsea, and he'll make sure these owners won't be. He won't be a yes man to these owners, and he'll say I'll be involved, and they won't like it, so they're not going to take him in anyway. So that's out of the picture. They want another yes man, so it's out in Saggy or Amorim from Sport Lisbon. But if you really want a proper gaffer, who's going to win the stuff, yeah, Inzaghi's all right. I've seen it. He's won a cup. Got to the Champions League with AC Milan, so that's good. Like to the final. My point is, yeah, get Inzaghi or go get Diego Simeone from Atletico Madrid.
I don't think we can afford Simeone. Simeone earns more than 11 million euros.
He's on like 30 million or something silly like that. He's the highest earning manager.
Is he?
Yeah, he's one of the top earners in world football. One of the top earning coaches in world football.
Yeah, but it won't get that in the Premier League. The situation is, we all know that Pochettino. Oh, sorry, wait, Steve. We all know Pochettino. We didn't want him in. He's a Tottenham manager, yeah. But you can't blame Pochettino for all this mess going on at Chelsea Football Club. Like, if you actually think of it, yeah, deep down your soul, what's his actually first best team that he's had? He's had Nkunku coming back in and out injuries. He's another injury prone. If he's going to carry on injury prone, he has to go. Then you got Lavia. Come back against Crystal Palace, suddenly pay 50 million for this guy. He hasn't played for the whole season. Is there any point coming back at the end of the season? No, he should just wait till the new season, new summer. You've had Ben Chilwell out. You've had Reece James out. You've had Gusto Harvey in and out of injuries. You've had Cucurella. I don't know where he is. He's a pile of flop.
Gusto's barely missed time.
Then you have a Thiago Silva out injured. Then you've had Colwell playing left back. Then you've had
Gusto left back.
Disaster playing as the way he is on different positions. Yeah. Then sometimes you've had like Carly Chukwuemeka out.
Chukwuemeka.
Yeah, Chukwuemeka. So and you don't really trust Modric and Nini Madueke. They hardly don't get played. So what's he actually got for his best 4-11 since Cole Palmer, Raheem Sterling? That's about it. It's just the team's not good enough. It's not good enough to provide top 4, top 5, and we're a long way for proving this team's going to be such good enough and proceed in 3 or 4 years. Like Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. Well, he needs to improve if he wants to be a Chelsea player, or if he's not, he's just not good enough for the Premier League. And if he was in Milan or Spain, he'd probably do better there because it's a slow league. This is a fast league. He runs like a little slug. I can see where DJ South's coming from. I agree. If he's got a proper gaffer in, but people say, what position is he? Is he an 8? Is he a 6? Is he a 10?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? No, he's a playmaker. He's a player. If you see him for Argentina, he plays in an 8 in a centre mid role as a playmaker attacker. That's what he does in Argentina formation. And at Chelsea, he plays different position. And where we saw him playing a 4-3-3, he's better in that centre mid role with Caicedo, where you got a DM at the back. So we need someone to bring in. And I hear that Rafael Leao, Victor Osimhen. Honestly, true. No Champions League this season, and let's see the table. If we finish 11th this season, they ain't coming in.
Thank you very much, Dan. You've given us what your thoughts on these, managers. We're gonna go into Rafael Leao soon. Then the last one will be the criticism on the gaffer himself, Carlo Ancelotti, and when he was with Chelsea, with Peter Cech. So that's what we'll be talking right now. We got some few minutes to go. Stephen G will be getting ready to do some stuff behind. But guys, we're still live. Yeah, we're still live here on the show. Stephen, let's get into the main one. So yeah, I'll take yours before we go. Thank you very much, JC. JC said that Coachella. I think Coachella, do you need some help in the midfield? You know,
and he's on the panel. That's why I was. Yeah, he's on the panel already.
Yeah, he's here. This moment. I think,
Coachella, I just don't want to fry people in the very first stream, you know.
Thomas Tuchel.
Sorry for cutting you off when I was speaking. Yeah. I apologize for that.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. It's a Gangan Press from JC. Said Gangan Press. JC said Simeone aims 31 million. So thank you very much for that. Information, JC. Much love to you, brother. Gulam Mustafa said that Simeone is another Argentine. Poch is from the same country. Absolutely right. Banishir out as well. Then we're going to Kunku injured, coming from Gulam Mustafa. Thank you very much for you guys. It's a wonderful comment.
On game for injury.
All right. Let me take this from Steven. So when I lose him, I know I've taken his point on it. Steven, there is another news out there from Peter Cech criticizing Carlo Ancelotti, which sometimes we can always say, you know, who is criticizing Carlo? Carlo of all people. All right, what's your thoughts on that criticism in terms of their training, the way he trained, and Cech did not like it?
If I'm wrong.
Okay.
Was it something to do with basically the training was like really intense, so the players were basically tired and fatigued and stuff?
Absolutely.
Why does that remind me of stuff I've been hearing about Pochettino with hard training the day before the game? Yeah, apparently currently our hardest day of training is the day before game, which also won't help with injuries. But at the same time, look, as much as they obviously didn't like the intensity that Carlo was using, the players fought for him and it ended up working for them, right? We can't really complain. I don't even remember how many injuries we had that season. Don't think we had a super high amount. But point being, as much as it would have been frustrating for the players to be super high intensity training all the time, if you're doing the intensity correctly, then it's a benefit and not a detriment. Because then when you go into your harder games, you're prepared for it. Because you've been training to the highest level with the best players all week. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like where Poch is trying to do it is there's something wrong there. But Carlo probably done it a certain way that he had experience doing it and it was more beneficial than what it is under Poch, and that he found a certain method that worked and he stuck with it. And if it works, why change it? I mean, look how successful Carlo's been.
Before his players get used to it. That's what I've heard.
Say that again? I missed that.
From what I've heard, that's the reason why his teams usually start performing at mid-season.
Because they've adjusted by that period of time to the methods.
Yeah, exactly. It takes a while for them to get used to it. But don't forget we have JC in the house.
Yeah, I'm going to him right now. I just want to take
I'm just
Steven. So Steven leaves.
I was just rounding it off with that, basically. Yeah. Look, we know how successful he's been. I hadn't actually picked up on the fact that his teams tend to sort of pick up partway through the season. I hadn't actually picked up on that. But yeah, I've actually got to hop off now. Big up everyone on the panel. Big up everyone in the chat. Like the stream if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. Turn bell notification on. If you're on X or Facebook, come over to YouTube and subscribe there. If you're on YouTube, go over to the other platforms. It's the same name, Blueclouds Media on all platforms, and follow on them as well.
Thank you very much, Stephen G. Enjoy the rest of the evening. I'll catch you up again tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be still going to be in the Discord.
But big up everyone in the panel. See ya.
Yeah, thank you very much, Stephen. JC's been waiting patiently for his time. Then they just like Bob Marley said, "I've been waiting patiently for my time." So, JC, over to you. We've discussed a lot. You've been in the comment section. You've listened to a lot of what stuff that we've said. Big up to you, somewhere. Mutuka, I'm sure that's the name. I didn't butcher your name. I hope so. If I did, please correct me. Samuel, thank you very much. Seeing you on the platform today. Subscribe and like if you haven't done that already. All right, JC, over to you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, JC. Big up to DJ Sab too. DJ Sab, big up to you. Big up to you. I can't read your message. I want to go to let me get to JC. I'll take some few words from him and I'll come back to the the chat. Thank you, JC.
Yeah. No, to start with Peter Cech's assessment. Actually, I watched the whole interview, but I missed two parts. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I was focusing something. One part I missed is where he said like his vision and Boli's mission or the club's vision did not match, and that's why he felt he should leave. And the other part I missed was where he's criticizing Carlo Ancelotti. But to be fair, I know there have been other Chelsea players from that time who have actually praised Carlo because, and I think it was Lampard or somebody who said like players do not like the hard work. And normally, Carlo would be like, in comparison to other managers, like other managers would be like training for 2 hours and then 15 minutes, half an hour of a game. But Carlo was opposite. Like he will train for 30 minutes, 1 hour, and then have 11v11 or 8v8 and play a game. So the players enjoy that. Players like to play game, not like doing the technical skill aspect. So what I heard was like the on-field players enjoyed his trainings, but that might be the reason why Czech is saying, because then as a goalkeeper you are not training much in 11v11. So and normally goalkeepers are training separately with their goalkeeper setup coach and all that. So a little bit surprising. Look, as for Poch, I mean, you can write a book about excuses, but to be honest,
that's annoying, really.
Yeah, and if you look at it like injuries, I mean, we have a big squad, huh? So if you are talking of injuries on any match day, if you look at the available players, he always had enough players. Always had enough players. He just didn't play them in position, or he didn't play them at all. I can give you numerous examples. Chilwell starting over, I don't know, Sterling or Mudryk. Players like Noni and Mudryk being dropped after having a good performance. Matson didn't even start when there was like both Cucurella and Chilwell were injured. Matson still didn't play as a left back. He always preferred for some reason Colville. Until somebody told him Colville is in fact a centre back, he didn't realize it probably, or something like that. So all these problems are of his own making, and I do not know. I mean, I recently watched a video where he was explaining his tactics, and it was like, my grandmother would have explained better the tactics than he was doing on a board. So personally, I never rated him. To be honest, I said when he was just appointed, people were saying like he works well with the youth, and I doubt that. I question that. No, I mean, he was lucky to have very good talent, but according to me, if you look at Tottenham team, he underachieved with a very good team. He really underachieved. They've won nothing, but if you look at the team, I mean, that back line of defense, the Belgian national team reached semi-finals in the World Cup. If you look at the midfielders, creativity of Eriksen, Kane, Son, I mean, he underachieved hugely there. And you can't say, and you ask any Tottenham fan, they would say he was even in those days, his in-game management was questionable. I can give you an example of the Battle of the Bridge, where Mourinho was like Hazard came on as a sub, changed the game, but Pochettino didn't change anything. We were
Nothing.
losing and we drew, and Leicester won the game. So he didn't change anything. He has been like this all his life. And the excuses can come up any amount, but he's not up to the level.
Yeah, he's been like that all his life, right, JC? Like this all his life. He never win anything.
No.
No, I agree with you.
And to be coming to this job, he knew what was going on.
Yeah.
He started working like 3 months before the window opened. So every decision being made during the first, all the players who were kicked out, he was consulted, I suppose. And Joao Felix, he is players like Joao Felix, he said no. And now, even now, he has midfield like backup. He has got like Casadei and others, but he's not rotating. So you can't blame. It's another case like Matson. The players perform
Brilliant player, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, he came here with a CV that he improves young players, but all he has been crying for is experience. Come on, you came here for a youth.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, LJC, for that wonderful, I just love that. All this criticism, it's not just, it's a fair criticism. Mauricio Pochettino hasn't won anything. And JC doubt that he really, really, really improved young players. Maybe just like we're saying with Newcastle United, they really, really overachieved last season. The same thing maybe with Mauricio Pochettino and Tottenham Hotspur squad. Not like Coachella, bro. What's your thoughts on what JC just said, or the main Carlo Ancelotti thing? Yeah, I mean, whatever JC said.
Honestly, no. I'm just gonna go. Yes, and let me talk about what he said about Pochettino. I think he said you can say I agree with him, and that's because he said he basically presented my opinion from his own perspective, saying when it matters, Pochettino falters. When opposition managers tweak the game to impact the game, he usually doesn't respond well to it. And I used the game against Wolves. We were outplaying them until the Wolves manager tweaked something, and from then on, it was over for us. He couldn't do anything. Against Liverpool in the game they beat us, was it 4-1? They could have scored 10 goals on the day. He had no answer to them outrunning us in the midfielders, which could have been a simple solution as asking the players to always stay close to Casado whenever he has the ball, since they were targeting him. He didn't do that. Things as simple as that. So I think JC and I agree in that aspect that when it matters, he falters. And I'm going to repeat my concern that I've talked about here again, which is we have a very good squad. And the more rehearsed we become, the more we start playing as a cohesive unit, the more difficult it be to see beyond or to see through our performances to realize he's a bad manager until we get to a final, until we get to play against a very, you can say, a very talented manager that will outsmart him tactically. That's when we say, oh my goodness, he's a bottom job. That was why I made that video. I was saying now is the right time to fire him. Otherwise, in a few months, we're going to be playing as a unit, and it will be paper over crack, and you wouldn't know. That happens. In all honesty, for instance, we've had managers that weren't that good. Let's assume the manager that won us the first Champions League, he wasn't that good. He understands football, but tactically, he wasn't that good. The players were just motivated to win it because most of them, it was their last opportunity to win it at the time. That's a perfect example of players being paper over crack.
Yeah,
you get my point right now. So I think Jesse and I agree in so many ways. And here's one thing you should know about Jesse. Actually, Jesse isn't into beating about the bush. When Pochettino does well, he gives him his flowers. But beyond that, when he wants to speak the truth, he speaks the truth.
And let's give flowers to Di Matteo, yeah. But he was very much like very minimalistic in tactics and all that. But what he did was like park the bus. He knew that's the best way to go forward, and he parked the bus everywhere, all along the way, and they won. So it's not like he was zero tactically. So he
no, I'm not saying he was zero, but I'm just saying but that's a good example to use in terms of he wasn't the best tactically, but the players were eager, they were committed to win it.
And here's another argument which I come there. Yeah, as some intelligent guy said, like the strikers, the attackers will win you games, but your defense wins you titles. So with Pochettino, he does not have a, like some say, he does not have a striker. So we are not scoring many goals. But the first thing, the basic thing is don't concede, make a solid defense. At least we are not losing, so that he stops the losses. And that would already put us in a better position than we are. But I do not know what he's doing. Every game he comes up with new ideas, and this thing which he makes all the time is like one Caicedo, who's not even a DM by nature. He puts him in front against four other opponent midfielders, and he comes back to this all the time. And he will push Enzo as a left wing or somewhere there. I mean, Enzo cannot improve if he's on the corner of the pitch. He likes to play in the middle of the pitch, you know. And again comes to Pochettino. He has the players, but he's misusing them.
Thank you very much.
I want to say big up to DJ, because I'm going to be living to very soon. Yeah. Much love, bro. Thank
you very much. Thank you very much, Coachella. Much love to you. JC here with us for a bit. I'm not sure how long JC will be in the studio with us. So DJ Sava, JC, thank you very much. Coachella too, thank you very much for wonderful analysis of Mauricio Pochettino. But should we say that the criticism of your Ancelotti training criticism was really fair from Peter Cech? Is it really fair from Peter Cech criticizing Carlo Ancelotti's training? DJ, welcome back again to the show.
Yeah, big up to everyone on the stream, everyone in the comments. You know what to do, people. Smash the like and subscribe to the channel as always. How's everyone doing? You all good? We are
good. We are good, DJ. Big up to GFC Gavin says I'm in the building. Thank you very much, GFC Gavin, for being in the building. Also, Samuel, thank you very much for your comment. It says the pot should be fired. We need a new coach or a new manager. Thank you very much. What do we have here? Thank you very much, DJ. Over to you.
Yeah, listen, I'm only catching some of the conversation you guys are having about Pochettino, but this one on Petr Cech, I know there was some stuff that came out, and I never got a chance to actually watch any of it. Or the only comments I saw was Petr Cech said that him and the owners, they didn't have they didn't agree on. They didn't have he started to leave because they were not agreeing on certain things. I don't know much about this. Maybe you guys can fill me in on it a little bit more, or I need to go and do my check on it afterwards. But yeah, I don't know if someone can actually fill me in on what happened with the Czech situation and the interview. What did he say?
Oh, he did criticize, according to a report, he did criticize the training method and how Carlo Ancelotti training method was during his time at Chelsea. That was all, and people. I don't know if he really had the whole thing, but he said it he said it on two different platforms. One with ESPN. I watched that one live, and they said the same thing with John Obi Mikel Obi-Wan podcast, and in terms of the way he was training the players, and people will say Hazard is one of them. Hazard never liked training. Hazard want the game to be kicked off, and that is when he plays. That's where he plays his best game, because he never want to train. You get what I'm saying? But also Peter Cech, it's just criticizing Ancelotti's training style. I don't know what your thoughts on. If you haven't heard much, I wouldn't push you in the corner. But then I don't know, JC, did you hear much about that?
No, I didn't hear. As I said, like I missed these two parts, but I read that he mentioned like the why he left was like in the previous interviews he said somewhere like it was my decision. It was not. Yes, I was not. That's what I got. It was my decision. But he did mention, added this time, I have heard that he left because his vision and new ownership vision did not match, so he thought it was best for him to leave, and that's why it was his choice to leave.
Yeah, absolutely. Him and owners. We know that one. Thank you very much, JC. DJ Sav, you're just joining us here. We did talk about two managers. I think Ruben Amorim, and also we did talk about De Zerbi, who has been linked to the football club. We don't know what your thoughts are on those two managers. Who will be the better fit for the football club, Amorim or
this is not. I mean, people don't say to me because this is my Portuguese bias and because I'm Portuguese, I'm saying this. It's not because of that. I've rated Amorim for a long time, to be honest with you, and I knew even though before even long before long before the owners came in, and I was watching because obviously I watch a lot of Portuguese football. I follow a lot of it. Being obviously Portuguese, I follow it all in the leagues and everything, I thought he was one of the best upcoming managers. Him and the Porto manager, Conceição, are the two best managers coming up, as I said, in Portuguese football. And I think there was talks of the Porto manager as well last season that he was going to make a move to a Premiership club as well, but that never evolved. For whatever reason or another, I don't know why. I think he decided to honour his contract and stay with Porto. But don't be surprised if both those two managers end up making a move to the Premiership this season, in the new season when it starts again. The new season kicks off. I know we still got the remaining of this season to go, but obviously when the new season kicks off, don't be surprised if you see both those managers at one of the here in the Premiership. So as I said, and out of him, I mean, look, De Zerbi's obviously I do rate De Zerbi as well. I think he's done for what he's done with Brighton. I think he's done an excellent job with Brighton for what he's gone and for what he's been given and how he's made that team do well. Do I think he's the answer to Chelsea's situation? He came out with a comment a couple of days ago. I think he even said it in his press conference yesterday, or was one of his, that he's not here for winning trophies. He's here to enjoy himself. When I hear that, that's more or less telling me if you're not here to win trophies, you're only here to enjoy yourself, then what is really your ambitions? Because you really want to be saying, as much as Brighton fans are loving to hear him saying that, I think other top clubs that are looking at him are thinking, well, mate, we want someone that's going to want to win trophies. Maybe his mindset will change should he come to a bigger club, and his mindset will have to change. If he, for example, was to come to a Chelsea or to a Liverpool, for example, I'm putting it out there. So Liverpool fans, don't come at me and say we don't want him. I'm not saying he's going to be your manager. But if he was to go to a big club and his ambitions are to go to a big club like that, then for myself, he needs to be thinking more about winning trophies, not, I'm here to just enjoy the game. Yeah, all managers like to enjoy the game, but you also need to win as well. And that is one thing I have with Amorim. At least he's there to enjoy his game and he's there to win trophies. And he's already proved that already in the Portuguese league. So that's probably one of the reasons why I'll choose him over De Zerbi, only because he's won the Portuguese title, and he's also won a couple of cups as well. Whereas De Zerbi, I think he may have done it in Ukraine. I don't know if he'd done some with Shakhtar Donetsk before he came over. I think he might have done the odd one here and there, but at least I don't know whether he won a title though. I don't know with Shakhtar Donetsk. I've got to check on his stats. But
no, he didn't.
He hasn't. No, okay. Then for me, Amorim is the answer because he's the kind of guy that you want to bring to the football club who wants to win and have a winning mentality for us to win trophies. So that's my thoughts on that one, Nee.
Okay, thank you very much. Chelsea Dan, I know you've been patiently. I love you, brother, for that much of a patient. I don't see that much of a patient from you in a long time, having been there and waiting to your turn. Chelsea Dan, go for it. What do you want to inject to any of the comments? Oh, okay. All right. I get that. Big up to you. Give me a second. Big up to you, GFC Gavin. He said he just subscribed. Thank you very much for subscribing to Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. And big up to anyone that joined the show today. Coachella, much love to you. Please, can you say thank you to all your community that came on the show today to support Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. He said, fan panel, big up, Gavin. Absolutely. Guys, thank you very much for, Coachella himself. And thank each and every one of you that, responded, that followed man like Coachella to come and see a new brother who also does a similar thing to what he does. So thank you very much, Coachella. All right, so go ahead, Dan, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I heard a lot of stuff with Coach Chillier saying that the team's good. I don't think, how could a team be good to lose to a kids' side, Liverpool, by 7 place changes in the club? How could you say these players are really good? If they were that good, they wouldn't be a team to be embarrassed by a Liverpool young age. Everyone's blaming Poch for the players. How can you blame Poch for the players? And the amount of chances Jackson, Conor Gallagher, he's not the one who's playing on the pitch telling them to shoot or put them into the positions when to go and score the goals. He's only there to do the tactics and shout at them and tell them what to do and put the players on the pitch. We all know that Pochettino ain't a Chelsea manager. Yeah, we know he's never won nothing. He won the PSG, the French league, and he won a cup at PSG. Right?
Mm.
We all know he's a Tottenham fan. We know we don't want him. Half of these players ain't good enough. There's just like you watch the Sunderland game, yeah, and when they play Leicester, we might go beat Leicester, but because you have to beat Leicester. It's like we had to beat Leeds. There's no doubt on them both teams.
Right.
But you've got a situation this year. When I heard JC about Di Matteo with the Chelsea players at the time and the Champions League, it weren't Di Matteo. Di Matteo put the players on the pitch, but he just sat there, and it was the players who played on the pitch to win that Champions League against Bayern Munich. It weren't Di Matteo. He was just there just because he's a legend icon for the thing. He just put the players on, and they're the ones just played on the pitch to show that they were ready to win the Champions League, because what happened against Man United in and the penalties at Moscow when they lost on penalties. So, but with the Peter Cech thing, yes, there's news about Peter Cech, why he left Chelsea Football Club. With a certain standards, he weren't happy for the statement what these owners was going to do at the club and the process and that. Then I've heard the bits boys come out with about Carlo Ancelotti. In a way, Carlo Ancelotti is still a good manager. Peter Cech, you should know, yeah, the training weren't good, but he's still a good manager, and you can't take down from what Carlo Ancelotti's done at Real Madrid. Yes, you might have like good players system there, but you had good players like you, Peter Cech, Essien, Didier Drogba, Nicolas Anelka, Eden Hazard. You can't commit Carlo Ancelotti for being what he did, but Peter Cech just left because of the situation what these owners done. And when he was on McKell's, I heard him what he said about these owners, how much they downfalled them, saying they're not the good owners. Yeah, they could do the process of spending money on players, but you have to buy experience to come into a club to redevelop these young players, or bring in someone like an icon manager. What we used to have with Roman, where he used to have like assistant coach beside the coach, where like we had Di Matteo. Then we had like Joe Spirito with who else was it who sat next to him? I think it was Ashley Cole. We had Ashley Cole with Carlo Ancelotti. We've had John Terry sitting with
Jose had Steve Clark.
Steve Clark. Yeah, Steve
first
Clark.
time
That's
round.
He's still the English assistant coach manager, right?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Like so he's had
Steve
this.
Clark.
They've had.
No,
Steve Clark, Scotland manager.
Scotland
bro.
manager. I was talking about. I think Haaland. You see, Haaland. They were call Steve Haaland or whatever they call him.
Steve Holland.
Oh, Steve Holland.
He's assistant to Gareth Southgate in England.
Yeah, Gareth Southgate. Yeah. So they've had players, assistant coaches next to players to show players how much fight spirit. Like one. But we don't have that. What like these owners won't do that. They've sat down Guardian. They've sat our icon legends. They've got the Guardian's been there for so long, decades. Yeah, at Chelsea. They had to sack him and bring in some other guys. This just don't make sense. And they sack our legends. Then they sack Ashley Cole, McElhaney. All these players are like going from the club. Even Emma Hayes ain't happy with these owners. That's why she's leaving at the end of the season.
No, I don't think that's a reason.
It is. There is a reason. You wait till when I tell you, Nate. After the season, when she leaves, she's going to come out with the truth about the Chelsea Football Club. I'm telling you, because every single player has done it so far about these owners. Yeah, and the situation. If you want really, if you really want to start changing your ways, you bring the right criteria. This manager, what DJ said about Sport Lisbon, to be fair, DJ, yes, he might won the Portuguese League. Portuguese League is totally different to a Premier League, the best Premier League in the world.
Thank you very much, Dan.
But
Dan, let me say this.
Just bring a proper, as DJ say, one proper manager, bring an experienced manager where these owners don't get involved. You get rid of the sporting directors, bring in proper sporting directors and agencies that are going to work with this manager, not get a yes man, and let him do all the work and stop going to the change room and let him do the work and let him bring his own players in. If he asks you what players these owners want to do, if they really want to do this, then you listen to the manager, not the manager listens to you. You have to stop with all this crisis about this progress, what you do, because trust the process. There's no process at the minute. We've gone 11th, we're in the bottom middle of the table since the last 2 seasons.
Right.
And we're gonna, and if it's gonna carry on with these owners, they're gonna get us relegated, and we ain't gonna be happy about it.
Thank you very much. Chelsea Dunn. I disagree. All you said, I agree with you, and I mean pretty much of everything you said. But the only thing I don't agree with you is the leaving of Emery, which I don't think that's the main reason, because Emery have been there since 2012. He's been here for over 10 years. So he has a lot of success with Chelsea Football Club, the women version. She won the WSL multiple times, back to back. The FA for the women's side, it's won it many times. There's no other bigger job out there than the U.S. women national team. It's bigger than Chelsea Football Club. It's way bigger. And you know how much she make? She even make more than the women national, the men's national team, either the same or even make more than him. The man in charge of the men's national team, the U.S. national team, Emery isn't making more than that. She's making more than she make at Chelsea. So that's the reason he has to move and make more money. And also, it's a job that puts you in the spotlight. It puts you in the highest level. And I think she's challenged herself. She's done it in the club level. She wants to do it in the national level. And I think Emery, she's so good. She has so much things on her side that she'll be successful at as an English U.S. women national team coach. So that's the main reason.
So Nick,
I would not say that.
Question for you. So if Emma Hayes do come out the truth after he leaves the football club, then what are you going to say?
Well, yeah, I'll take my words back. That's when she comes out with something. But now we are all predicting that there was something there, but I don't think there is any.
There will be.
It's the same thing with Peter Cech. It's the same thing with Peter Cech. When Peter Cech left, they said, "Oh, the Todd Bowley and the rest have all sacked. They've sacked Peter Cech. They've sacked that person. They've sacked Bruce Bach. They've sacked that." But we don't know the main truth of it. But we always come up with our own theory.
Look at Frank LeBeuf.
What's he done?
Frank LeBeuf, Joby McKell.
Frank LeBeuf. What about Frank LeBeuf?
Joby McKell, yeah. They've all come out, yeah. The facts about these owners. They've run and landed on these owners.
What do they know? John Obi Mikel, what does he know? Frank LeBeuf, what does he know? They don't work with these new owners. They're just saying what they feel is going on at the football club. John Obi Mikel, he doesn't work with the current football team or the managers. He's just saying what they feel, what went on at this time at Chelsea and what is now going on right. They're just predicting things. They don't know what is going on. They don't work with Todd Bowley. They don't work with the football club. Obi Mikel is just like other players that have come through Chelsea and play for the team, win trophies and gone. He's just like that. It's just that the podcast that he has the chance to bring in players and say things. Obi Mikel doesn't know anything. All right, DJ, you agree with me or no?
No, like I said, look, I get where you're coming from, Nee. Yeah, they're not a lot of them don't know what's going on at a football club, but I think a lot of them still have friends and people that still work at the football club, and surely they are obviously being told of what's happening at the football club. I mean, a few of them obviously cannot speak. I think poor Jason Cundy on Talk Sport can't say much because if he was to, because I guarantee Jason Cundy wants to say a lot more than what he says. And I think because if he was to say something out of turn, he'll be sacked. We all know he'll be sacked the next day. So he doesn't want that. I mean, it's tough. It's a tough situation to be in. I mean, I understand some of the. I get what you're saying as well. In terms of these players don't know whatever. These former players don't know what's going on. But when you hear that they've more or less sacked. Let's be real here. They sacked the groundsman who's been at the football club for over 25 years or 20 years. Okay. They sacked the tea lady, which again is a complete joke in my eyes. Another one who's probably been at the football club for years and years and years. They also sacked the whole whole of the medical staff. And everyone's knowing why we got bad injuries. They sacked the whole lot of them, gutted us out with them, and brought whatever in. They were supposed to bring in the Bayern Munich lot. My understanding was that never happened. And they're bringing in their own doctors, and we seem to be having more and more injuries. And I don't think I've ever seen our club suffer. I know I've seen our club suffer injuries, and I'm not going to say we haven't. But when we had like the old, back in the day under Jose, first came at the Reign, and you had Eve, the lady doctor at the football club. Whatever people want to say, and this is not me being because she's a lady, the players were, but it's nothing like that. She was just a good doctor, and these players were always never as badly injured as what they are now. And you have to ask the question why we are getting so many injuries. I know people are saying it's happening to all football clubs, so you can't just point the finger at our ones only. But we've had it, I think, worse in the last 2 seasons with bad injuries, and that is also down to sometimes of the sacking of some of the senior medical staff. You've had the senior doctor leave. You've had the senior doctor leave as well, which is again not something I would have witnessed under Roman Abramovich. And I know it keeps going back to Roman and saying this would never happen. We've got the new owners. I get that, and I keep saying it, right? Okay, these owners have got a lot to win me around to say yes, they are the right people for their. They are going to be the right people to what do you call it, us for a long time. Yeah, I'm not going to say I'm giving up on them. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying in any way that they're bad people. All I want them to do is just turn around their way of thinking and make us go back to winning again, because that's what we want to do. And I know it's going to take some time. It's going to take time, but you try to work with that time, Lee. And as I said, this is not me ganging up on you either. I get what you're saying as well. Not every player knows what goes on at the football club either. So a lot of it is a lot of dribble that comes out as well, I think.
I do understand what you're saying, DJ. I know where you're coming from. Just like you said, although they've been there, they still got friends. JC is back with me. I was wondering what happened. Probably he lost connection. JC, welcome back again. We got just a few minutes to go.
I just wanted to add on this, like, look, there is a lot of speculation. Yeah. So you can, as coach said, like there are H positives and H negatives, and when there is no clarity, everybody can make his own judgments. But to be honest, to be fair, a lot of these players have come out and said like they left themselves. You can't blame manager. For Emma Hayes, 100%. You can't even compare the Chelsea job with the US national team job. Right. It's a huge step up. If she got an offer, she runs to that place. So that's out of question. Like there is that speculation. I don't think because she enjoyed it. She was also giving out many press conferences with Potter and all. She was happy. She was really happy here, but she got a better job. What I would say, Neil, is whenever there is a change of ownership or the top management, there are bound to be changes. The one thing you can argue is like the speed of change has been very fast, very, very fast, and it's difficult to adjust to such amount of changes at such short span of time. They could have maybe managed a little bit better, but then there are certain things they wanted to move fast, like using this amortization model to bring in more youth and a new way of team and also. So maybe they were compelled in some cases to move fast. But on the other hand, like whenever you are making changes, one of the key elements in the change is communication, so that there is clarity and there is very clear communication with the stakeholders. So primary stakeholders are the team which they are building, and they're there. But I think the one thing they have been not very much transparent is with the fans. Yeah. But you can also agree with them. Okay, I mean, you can't be telling everything and to the fans. I mean, eventually fans are a stakeholder, but they are not like within the process.
The fans have the power.
So I think yeah, okay, whatever has happened has happened. The only way is up. Right now, I mean, we couldn't be worse, I would say. And let's hope like we go up from here. Yeah.
Thank you very much, JC, for coming back and then clear this out for us. DJ and Chelsea Dan, do you guys have anything you want to say more before we bring the stream to an end?
I do. Like JC said, he couldn't be worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
How can you not say it's worse? With 10th last season. The break Joe Felix, and everyone was so happy that Joe Felix is going to do the best for us, and he was useless for us. He only scored 2 goals.
Mm-hmm.
Then we finished 10th that season. Now this season we're 11th, not far off relegation. Right? This has been the worst scenario, since we've seen it since Save the Bridge. This is worse. It's getting worse. The situation, people say trust the process. What? Tell me, Todd Bowyer and everybody, what process are you actually doing? Tell the fans the situation, what you want to do for this football club. Tell us what structure is you doing at the club. Why are you sacking experienced medicals? Why is it that we're getting so many injuries? We've had bad injuries since you came to this club. You got rid of this good doctor, then you sack him off, then you bring him back, and now you sacked him again. So then tell us why you never listened to Faville, one of the better sporting directors. Yeah, Christopher Faville, one of the better directors that wanted Nagelsmann, Luis Enrique, all the top managers and top players that you had to go listen to. Winsley Stanley, who's from Brighton, the relegation mid-table team. You bring in a Southampton sporting director who got relegated with that team, right? How could our fan base judge on this, saying it's not the worst? It's never been a mess. This is a mess. Oh, and our fans want to be happy being 11th, mid-table every season. No Champions League football. Because we got into a Carby Cup final, and lose to a 17, like a 7 Liverpool team, like young kids, like 16, who do better than Caicedo and Enzo, and we spent $1 billion worth of money that's meant to be world-class talent, and these kids destroyed them. Yes, Pochettino's not the problem. He's the problem, half of it. But you can't blame Pochettino. It's the owners you have to blame who blamed the Pochettino in the first place at this club. The owner's the one who sacked Thomas Tuchel to bring in Graham Potter. Right. They used to give him a 5.5-year contract to his element, and because now he was useless, you sacked him off, paid a lot of money to give out when you sacked him. Then you had the assistant manager for the Potter's Brighton thing, draws 0-0 against Liverpool. Then you come along and bring Frank Lampard back, Super Frank Lamps, to keep the fans happy. And look how disgusting it was last season. And now this season, we're bringing Pochettino. Hardly he hasn't got his full squad, full 11. He hardly said what he's experiencing. Next minute, they said they'll make a promise that he could be charged of the January transfer market so he could bring in some players in January. What players did he bring in January? And what are we going to see him next summer in the summer? He ain't going to be here next summer now. The situation is, right, this club is in such crisis and in a mess. All right. You've got players you got players that are not good enough. The players that need to develop, but I'm not saying Enzo and Kaise are not that shit, because I know they're not shit. But they need a better assistant. Enzo needs more training to learn to run, because he's just for a minute. They haven't got the heart. He has to win the FA Cup. But it's one thing, Nee. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I just want one question for the fans. What is the structure of the club, and what do you think is so grateful about these players? What they're doing? Because are you happy 11th place? Tell me. I want to know.
Dan, I'll just very quickly, Neil, if you want. Dan,
go ahead.
I really appreciate like your passion and how much you feel, and like for the club, and I really admire that. But mate, you know what? How is it? Every person, you can even say like the top person in the world, the top job. Everyone is a human being. Human beings make mistakes, and blaming will not give the solution. You always have to look like blaming is not the solution. Solution has to be different. You have to look how to make things better. Okay, we made this mistake, so we now have to change it, or we have to do something for improving this. So blaming will not give the solution. You have to look for the solution as an action which can improve something. blaming in itself is not a solution. It's just how to say, it's I feel for you, for your emotion, but really, I mean, just blaming somebody is not a solution. It can only complicate the situation further. I understand the anger, and believe me, I'm also angry at the situation. But you also have to look objectively. I mean, from the
Thank you.
position eighth until the position of how many, like what is the relegation, 17th, yeah. So
Yeah.
up to 16th, it doesn't matter where you finish. So once you see that you are not in those two brackets, just be brave and do anything you like. So Pochettino can make all the experiments, whatever he wants, and so we will see. So right, as soon as we are not in for any of these two extremes of the table, then it's not like we have nothing to play for. Actually, we have freedom to play for
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Thank you very
So
much,
you have
JC.
to look at it like look at solutions. That will always help.
Thank you very much, JC.
I
JC,
agree with
wonderful.
what
I always
JC's
say,
saying, right?
just done,
But
just take sometimes put the emotions away. You always come out these owners. You say it's a whole mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. Just like JC said, the mistake I've been done. I've been committed. I've already told you this yesterday. DJ Saf told you this yesterday. Let's put emotions aside. Else, if you keep going on it all the time, people might think that you have an agenda against these American owners, but you don't. But it's just the passion and emotions that you have that makes you talk the way you talk. But things will change. It won't be
you
like
gotta
that
understand
forever.
that they're probably
Yeah,
right.
it
People
won't be.
forget. If people forget, yeah, these owners last season made a mistake, and they promised this season that it's going to be changes and it's not going to be no mistakes no more. And people want Pochettino sacked here. What is the point sacking a manager? At the end of the day, it's not his own fault. It's in a mess. What
Don't
the
get it
club
wrong.
is,
Don't get it
and
wrong, Dan. The
if we
mistakes will
do sack,
come.
yeah. But Nick,
Dan, don't get it wrong.
if we do sack a manager,
Yeah.
Pochettino now, right? What other managers going to change for to the end of the season? You were
Yeah.
keep
Okay.
Pochettino
Can
to
I
end
I
of the
don't
explain?
think
season,
I don't
and
think
then
Poch
Can
bring
I
in a new
explain
sacking.
you?
manager, and then
Can I
let the manager
explain?
come in and do the training and and know the players and let him bring the players what he wants, not you
Yeah,
owners and sporting
let me
directors get involved.
let
And
me
again,
answer
this is
you.
what I'm saying.
Poch
Christopher
is not
Hill,
going anywhere now.
No,
why do you think Christopher Hill
let me answer
walked
you.
away? Why did you, JC? Why did give me a reason why
You gave me a
Christopher Hill
question,
walked
right?
away? Because they wouldn't let him get involved off the basis of what players
Let
they
him answer
wanted.
you. Let me give him an
Listen,
answer.
Yeah,
you
go on.
gave me a question. Why?
Let me give.
What will change by sacking Poch? So let me answer. So Pochettino, we have seen in the game so far that you rightly said players are an important ingredient of the team. But the football is not an individual sport, it's a team sport. So one of the important ingredients is also the manager. What we have seen analyzing the games,
Yeah.
Poch has been a big element of why we have failed. It's not the players, and why I argument it by saying is he's been playing players out of position. His in-game management has been one like they not up to the notch. So if we were losing, no problem. But if he had been using better use of the tools he had
Mhm.
to put in place a system which we could see a consistency, like okay, this is the push ball, this is what he's trying
JC,
to do. but
who got
but
Chelsea into
but
the
he has
finals?
not
Let him
done
speak. Let him
that.
speak.
And why I say is what is the reason,
DJ Sab will come in soon, then we can
what
call
is
it a
the
day.
yeah. So
Go ahead.
why we are saying is like when the new manager maybe like look for somebody, a coach who will have a system, who will have a consistent system, and who will play players in the position, and then we can judge the players. I mean, I can put Enzo in the goalkeeper position, and he will awful.
Yeah.
So the idea is that part of the assign. Yes, there are players which also need to be playing better. I can totally agree. I mean, Mudrik, for example, can do much better, but then again, there is an argument for and against Mudrik. He has been playing bad, but it proves, but then he's benched. So it goes. So what we as analysts or as somebody on the side is, we can only speculate and try to analyze it. What we are saying is, what could be the solution? And believe me, one of the what we see when we say Poches is like could be a solution, like get a different manager with a different setup of ideas where he puts it in and works on the system.
But we've had this same scenario last season with Graham Potter.
Let DJ come in a little bit. DJ, any reaction, anything, any reaction to your brother's question? Chelsea
listen,
down, so we can call it a day.
No, I listen. You know how I've been, and I think Jay-Z knows me, and Jay-Z knows how I feel already. I've made my comments clear about these owners. I think even on Coachella's streams, I've made it clear as well. I said nothing will change until they change their way and their philosophy of thinking. And it doesn't matter what manager you bring to the football club, as long as these owners are going to continue doing what they're going to. If they're not going to change the way in terms of how they do their recruitment next season, we're going to just find ourselves being in the same situation as we are this season. And all I want to see is as I keep saying, I know a lot of the Chelsea fans, and Dan, I'm not coming at Dan by the way, but I know he's a very passionate fan as well. I know a lot of fans are coming out about Enzo Fernandez, coming out about Caicedo, coming on to Mudryk, coming on to Madueke, coming on to Disasi, all these players that we brought in. Now, I've said it all along, these players have always needed experienced players alongside them to get to that next level. You can't rely on a 22-year-old and a 22-year-old and a 21-year-old in your midfield to carry you in games. I mean, Enzo, I think more or less is burnt out because he's not getting any rest anyway. So he's playing every game. That's probably why you're not seeing the best of Enzo. Caicedo is more or less in the same bracket. Okay. Poor Caicedo gets more fouls. He takes one for the team almost every week, getting yellow carded every week because he can't keep doing that job by himself in midfield. All right. He's tired. Enzo's tired. They all are tired. That's because they've got no one to come in and help them. That's because our injuries are not helping us either. I can get that as well. But again, when those injuries were to come back, you look at the players that are going to come in age-wise. Ukachukwu, him, yeah. How old is he? Leslie. He's going to come back. How old is he?
I think he's around 22, 23.
Yeah, okay, 22. And then obviously when Lavia finally comes back, how old is he?
Very young too.
There you go,
think
bro.
About 23 years old.
And once again, so when people say when these guys come back, you're going to see a different Chelsea. You probably will do, yeah. But they need experience around them. And this is one of the reasons why we are. And like Jay-Z said it, and I've said it already, and you heard me yesterday, Mudryk had one good game against Leeds. And what does he go and do against the next Saturday? He drops him.
DJ, we did not say that yesterday. We've been saying this for about 3 weeks now.
But the comments, I've been saying it for weeks on end, I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
He has a good game and then he drops him. And he did that. He did that again on Saturday. You drop him. He has a good game against Leeds and then he drops him against Brentford. Okay, and then he changes, and not just that, he changes his whole formation to mirror their formation. Yeah? And look how that turned out for him in the end. I mean, to be fair to Brentford in that game, if you guys obviously watched the game, they could have been 4 goals. They hit the post twice. People don't realise that. They hit the post twice.
Yeah.
That game could have ended 4-2. Yeah? All right, so there are made mistakes, and I said it before, these owners need to take accountability for them because they need to bring experienced players to come and help these younger players out. And unless they change the formation going forward next season, they need to change the model. And unless they change that, we're going to lie ourselves in that. And hopefully, and maybe I might be wrong, maybe a new manager just come in and it changes. But then if the new managers just come in, then make that manager choose the players he wants and let a director come alongside him. And there was talk again about a new CEO. And Michael Edwards has mentioned it again today. I saw on the stream that what could happen with Michael Edwards.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Bring him in. Bring him in. If you want to bring a new manager, let him choose the manager in. If he wants to bring Amorim in, if he wants to bring in De Zerbi, whoever he wants to bring in, let him bring them guys in and let them manage the team and let them buy the players they want to help us next season.
They definitely need to improve the structure, the total structure, not just the manager.
Don't push Edwards, Michael Edwards out because that's what they did with Christopher Field. They need to change the model. If they could change the model,
structure,
and the structure and all that lot, then I'll give these owners the credit. But for a minute, I'm not giving them the credit.
I mean, maybe not even change it. Maybe make additions or improve it. You can say improve it.
They need to change the whole model, JC. They have to.
No, they can't change the model. I like the model. I'm tired of bringing in. I'm tired of
young kids with non-experience and
not just young kids. not just young kids.
Well, they're looking to bring in two or three. Looking to bring a striker in. He's 17. We looked at David Washington, Denzel Washington, the Brazilian kid. He's been there all this season, and he had one game. And he hasn't hardly been played. So you're bringing kids that ain't good enough.
Then we have two directors who are good at finding talent at a earlier stage, and they are very frugal in their purchases. But although the big purchases, they have not done the big purchases. Big purchases, Iqbali has been at. So if you don't need to change them, maybe add Edwards on top of those two, and then let Edwards find a proper or a different manager, or maybe and then add a little bit.
Can I ask you a question quickly before the
So add, and as DJ said, in the team, add a little bit of experience.
Let's run off, Jesse Dan. Yeah. We'll continue tomorrow. But you ask him. Go for it.
I just want to ask him a question before we end the stream. So, are you going to be happy for the next
No, he's not going to be happy.
No. So next 2 or 3 years, yeah. Are you going to be happy with the model system that's going to get nowhere and going to stay mid-table like 11th in like 3 seasons and not getting the Champions League, not winning the cup?
You're speculating. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
Can I answer?
We don't know next season. Yeah, go ahead. Give him an answer.
Yeah. See, what I did not like was when these new owners came, there was abrupt change and a lot of change. So now changing again abruptly, a lot of change. I will again not be saying that. You add little bit and you improve it. That's the only way. I mean, what has been done is done, but you still cannot just fire everybody once again and start all over again. That will not be the ideal situation. When you have to do it gradually, or any change has to be gradual. Fast changes have high risks, and that kind of a fast change we have gone through once. Let's not do it again.
Thank you very much, guys. We are just, I think, one like away to get almost about 21 or 20. One of them, I think we got 20. I mean, if you're watching, you haven't dropped a like on it, please do me a favor, drop a like on it. It will help the stream go a long way. But I want to thank this wonderful panelists, JC, DJ, and Chelsea Dan. Chelsea Dan is, I would say, he's today's been the best behaved ever. The best behaved, not interrupting. Everything is flowing as he should. I'm just tired.
Because Coach Hillier, and I told you I was busy eating.
And DJ Sab, I'm gonna see you guys' face. I want to make a nice intro. That's why I keep highlighting you guys' face so I can clip it and make a nice intro for the fan base. That beautiful. Beautiful.
So you DJ and JC can waffle.
All right, just done.
Waffle.
Yeah.
Sorry. He's the biggest. Dan's the biggest waffler going around. Yeah, biggest waffler.
No, DJ, you're waffle.
All right, JC. Much love to you. I see you a lot of time in the Coachella. I know you're very, very strong Coachella supporter, and you support him a lot. So thank you very much for coming on, and also get to know me too. Me and Coachella, we're not any difference. We're just similar people.
DJ's got his DJ headsets on.
Thank you very much. Feel free anytime you see us live and you want to support us, you can feel free and jump on. You're always welcome, brother. You're always welcome.
Yeah, great. Thanks, bro.
Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your
evening, JC.
Yeah, JC. Enjoy the rest of your evening or morning. I don't know what exactly time it is for you, but if it's morning, evening, enjoy it, JC. Thank you very much. Dig yourself. Much love to you too, brother. Yeah, peace nice pleasure to have you guys on. Just then I forgot to call you back when the kids came home, but you two enjoy the rest of the evening, Jesse Dan. All right, guys.
Look after the family. Pick up the comments as well.
What was that focal knee?
What was that?
What was the focal? Do you know, DJ? It's got some lovely ducks and chickens.
Oh, DJ. DJ got one. Oh, is it me?
What was that?
No. He's got. Oh. He's got some lovely baby ducks, yeah? And do you know what he calls them? Top Bunny and Egg Barley, the waffle merchants.
Yeah, I got 32 chickens and then 3 dogs. I just built my chicken coop and then they're going well. I'm tired of eating.
He's rabbit. Oh my God, he's rabbit. It's a grumpy old pair like that.
Yeah, I got some nice rabbit too. Yeah, I love those animals. But I'm tired of eating this grocery chicken. It's very nasty. So I'm trying to grow my own chicken, and I've done it. I've built a big, huge, nice chicken coop, and they're in there.
So it's done a really good job. DJ's done a really good job on it and all.
Yeah.
It's a shame that the ducks and chickens don't make him stop waffling and thinking about these owners of being really incredible. There's so much great it's to see at the club.
Yeah, I'll show you DJ one day.
Even your duck and chicken could run the club.
I just want to say, Neil, listen, I'm not showing listen, don't ever think I'll show any kind of hate or remorse to the owners. I don't hate because you can't hate them because they've done nothing to me to hate them.
DJ,
and I don't hate them.
It's done that. Done.
All I'm basically saying is for myself and a fan for so many years and a season ticket holder and how much I've been a fan of this club and how much I love this club. And what passion I have for my football club. I just want to see us get back to where we want to be. And, at this moment in time, I'm just not seeing it. And, it just disappoints me. Getting all the crap now from the Arsenal fans, getting all the nonsense from the Liverpool fans, Man City fans, even Aston Villa fans, and even coming at me now as well now. This is how bad it's getting at work. I don't hear it all day long. Tottenham. The worst of it. The two worst clubs to ever get nonsense from: Arsenal, banter FC Arsenal, and Tottenham. Oh, my God, it's the worst ever. And look, listen, I can see why they're enjoying their moment because we are in a bad mess at the moment. And once we get out of this mess, we can go back up that table. Then I can start saying, we're back. And I don't doubt it. We will be back. I'm not saying we're not going to be. We will be back. It just changes need to happen. That's all, bro. That's what I've been saying all along.
I know. I believe you. DJ Sal, thank you very much. Cochilia. Thank you very much.
You can't hate the owners. I don't hate the owners, but they're just pissing me off.
Just relax. It's just 2 seasons. Relax on them. Calm down a little bit.
Are we gonna have this after
next
season? And
remember, the fans can change anything. Just that same way. Jesse Kande is a fan. It's also a fan. It's nobody. If
they get me Rafael Leao, Osimhen, and some good ballers in, then I might change and let's see how we do next summer. But if you're not going to get the Rafael Leaos and the Osimhens and an experienced players in, then
we're also linked to that goalkeeper. I don't know if you saw Need today, bro. We're linked with the is it Medivash? I can't pronounce his name even. He's a very good goalkeeper. Medivash, the guy from he plays for. People in the comments can help me. I mean, I know. I was talking about this guy last season.
He plays in the Dutch league.
No. Spain league, bro. Spanish league, bro. Spanish league. I can't even get his name even.
Okay.
I think he's the same. He's the same countryman as the guy who plays at Napoli, the wicked winger at Napoli. I think he's the same countryman as him. Who's the winger at Napoli?
Koloski.
The guy, him. He's the same countryman. He's the same countryman as him. Medavashel. His name is. I know.
You
know, this is the goalkeeper. This is the goalkeeper I'm talking about. He's about 6 foot. I think he's about 6'4", 6 foot, something like that.
Does he play for Sevilla?
Not Sevilla. Is it Not Valencia? Is it Valencia? Or is it Villarreal? It's one of those two. It's one of those two.
Or it'd be Villarreal or Valencia.
Yeah, maybe people in the comments might be able to help me. I'll look him up, Lee, and I'll send a message to you, bro.
Okay, so I can add it to tomorrow's screen, tomorrow's stream, and then we can talk about it.
All right, bro. Sorry.
Thank you. Let's go enjoy the game.
To my brother. Big up to you guys. Up the Chelsea. Peace out. I'm out. Yeah. Much love.
Peace out.
Peace out, and cigar. Big up, boys.
Peace up. Cheers, you. Peace out.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.